This is the Tales of Mercia, the Fallen Kingdom. And we made it! We made it! Hi.
Hi. Hello.
That was good. That was good. I always enjoy watching that video. I totally didn't watch it. That's fine. Hi guys, how is everyone? What have you guys been doing?
Good.
You're good? You good?
Yeah,
Is everyone good? We got Janice back today. Got Janice.
Yay!
But,
No longer vomiting.
No longer vomiting, but guess who is vomiting? Cathbris.
I passed it to
Yeah. It's like, I don't think we've had a session with everyone here for
In a long
time, yeah. But that's fine. It is what it is, you know. We all have human lives, and, you know, we're all busy people.
Human lives.
Human lives, as opposed to alien lives. We also have a Buzz cat. Say hi, cat. Buzz.
Hi, Cat.
There you go.
I'm here. I'm
He
your
is here?
temporary Cathbris for the day.
Temporary Cathbris now, yeah. No longer
Buzz
temporary
Cathbris.
Janice. Do you know, I missed an opportunity last stream to leave Janice's logo up and then just have the Buzzcat over the top. But I missed that opportunity. But instead,
that cat has transparency, right?
yeah, yours has transparency, so you'd be able to see the Janice logo in the background. So I literally just covered it over. I missed that yesterday. Yesterday? It wasn't yesterday. It was last week. It
No,
wasn't
it was
even
not
last week.
yesterday.
It was 2 weeks ago. I'm losing it. I'm already losing
Well, stop traveling through time, and you'll be okay.
it. Time is a relative.
That's a secret. That's a secret.
Lunchtime doubly so. That's fine.
Leave that
Tiny
TARDIS alone
whiny.
for a while.
Wibbly wobbly.
Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly.
Dr. Womble.
Okie dokie. So, to kind of recap on last session and kind of the story so far, the party is currently in an area of Collicohead called the Golden Lake. They came to the Golden Lake to find a golden haired elf, half elf, and from there kind of ended up falling into bondage with a god, I guess, or a god's.
Bondage? I miss bondage?
No, you had the bondage. You've got the cuffs on. You keep forgetting about it, but you've got the cuffs. Got those metal plates on your arms that were given to you by Zamir. So
Oh.
Zamir kind of
The
like
thing
said,
that
hey,
keeps us
you need
alive,
to
I
go and do
guess."
this. You need to stop the world from exploding, and you need to save everyone ever, but then didn't explain anything. So the party are now trying to find the golden-haired woman to kind of explain all of that. And because she holds some answers, maybe. We shall see. There have been a few side quests so that the party can kind of prove themselves to the rebels. They rescued a half-elf child from a cannibalistic village. And the second quest was to help free the Dryad, which they've only just met last session. They came across... They finally arrived at Mad's Reach to find Madowin, a crazed companion, a crazed Dryad. Their newest companion, Bendover, the goblin, wanted to attack immediately. He pretty much jumped into hiding, not very well, and proceeded to try and attack. The Dryad decided, no, I'm not having any of that. Sized them up, and Janice's character, Plum, decided to slice the goblin's throat. I'm top and tailing.
Excellent.
Basically to prove to the Dryad that it was, you know, we could help purge the goblins who are kind of corrupting the forest. Then proceeded to brutally murder the entire goblin party by the cabin, and we left off pretty much standing over goblin corpses with Leochorus quite literally butchering one in the background. That's kind of where we're going to pick up.
noticed. Nobody's noticed.
Nobody's noticed. Nobody
didn't kill him.
noticed. So this is kind of like where we're going to pick up where we were last stream. Currently the sights, you're all a little bit bruised and hurt by the goblins. They did a lot more damage than I think a lot of you were expecting. However, you all dealt with it incredibly well. Draic in particular went down and down hard, but Plum was able to kind of like jump in and save Draic's life. So all of the action at the moment is happening just to the southwest of the cabin on the road. Flint, who got the killing blow for the boss goblin? I think it was Flint, right?
Not me, at least.
No.
I think Flint, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Flint. So he got the killing blow on the boss goblin, and he's standing over this corpse, and immediately he's going to roll a check here. He is kind of patting down the corpse, and he's going to do an investigation check. Investigation.
Yay!
He got a 9. Actually, he gets this with an advantage, because I forgot. So there we go. He got the 18. Someone other than me, roll me a 1d100, please.
Sure. Let's roll 1d1.
Okay, 33. So he pulls out a pouch, and it very clearly, like, he's not trying to hide it. It's got 33 gold in there. So I'm gonna put that down on my notes so I know to give him that next stream. He then pulls out his jug, takes a swig, and walks off.
Okay.
We didn't have a rest or anything at the end of the last session, did we?
You did not know. This is immediately
Okay.
after the last goblin has fallen down, and you're immediately going in straight back into
All
it.
right.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
the house is still burning.
The
I
house
was
is
gonna say, I'll
burning,
pick
yeah,
this-
in the background.
pick myself up. I'll use my cantrip to control flames and bring the flames back under. Well, extinguish the flames of the building.
Sure, yeah. Like kind
maybe-
of bring it down into pieces and like make it a little bit more. I
Yeah.
don't think you can extinguish flames, but you can reduce the size of flames, right?
I can with a cantrip if they're small enough. So obviously I'll
Okay.
cast it in sections and
Yeah,
just
in the
work
little
away.
section. Okay, yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. That would probably take you like 10-ish minutes to do that. So you wouldn't be able to do that in
Okay.
combat, but you can do that now because we're kind of out of combat.
Okay.
Yeah, basically Cliff is like, hey, what are you doing? No, don't do that. It's a bonfire. We can have a nice warm bonfire here. Ah! He's yelling and about like, we need to keep the flame around, basically.
Well, we'll keep a bit in the fireplace. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so Janice, do you have any questions, by the way, before we kind of continue? Anything in particular? Because you weren't here last session.
Well, let me see here. Let me just see where everybody is. Drake, you're fine. Like as far as you're not dying, right?
Yeah,
And-
you saved his life pretty much. Like actually, quite literally, you came in and saved his life because he had a nat
A nat
1
one
on
on
the
the-
death saving throw. So he went down hard, and he
Yeah.
really felt it. But you were able to like cast cure wounds or something like that. Can't remember what you cast.
Yeah.
And we would discuss this prior to during our little break that I'm missing a dagger. Is there anything else? Like so the dryad is just waiting for us to come back, right?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, the Dryad told you to go away. You were
So
the
we're
one
just-
that kind of bargained with the Dryad to say, we can clear out the
Okay.
goblins, we can help you. Don't harm us.
Excellent,
That was kind of
excellent.
the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
No, I'm
really
good.
wasn't any reasoning with the Dryad. We're not even sure she understood what was going on.
Nope.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Nope, that's it.
Okie doke. So I shall leave you guys to kind of like role play out what's going on. So right now in the background, you've kind of got Leocorus that is chopping up a goblin. I think he's out of sight of everyone though, so
I'm gonna go find the kid. Oi, you making me some minced meat over there? You okay?
He's kind of humming to himself. He hasn't really looked up to acknowledge you as he's using this scimitar to butcher this goblin corpse.
I immediately rush up to Leocorus and I'm like, no! Don't do that! No, no, no! No, no, no! Don't make any pies! Don't make any pies! No, 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 no! No!
Still
Not the
still
pies!
Still traumatized.
Yes!
Oh, I don't think he's making any pies. I think he's just,
Well, he
laying
better not make any
around.
pies.
So, yelling at him, he's gonna make a save real quick.
sure. So that was a 5.
Yeah, so he's oblivious. He's just continuing on with his work.
And like, so you're literally butchering, or
Yeah, he's like setting out bits of meat on the log pile that's next to him, and just like
okay,
Yep.
okay.
He's doing his job.
Um,
I grab my warhammer as I see it laying down the ground. I'm like, hey, there's my trusty warhammer. and I go out to get my javelin.
Okay.
Animals not. So like, okay, how did me? So I know I'm missing a dagger, and I went to go grab for it to do something with it, and it's not there. And
So
I just,
it was defensive for defensive purposes. You were at the Dryad, and she was like kind of holding out her hands ready to attack, and you could all sense it. And you pulled out your dagger to put down on the ground, but then it wasn't there, kind of thing. You were like saying, "We're unarmed, we cause no harm," but your dagger wasn't there. It went missing
Because of a previous session where you lost it.
Okay. So, Leo, I see you're just doing your job. Good job. Look like you're chopping up the meat just fine. You happen to see my dagger about? Did you, nick it off of me?
Hey, he's just a kid. He's not stealing anything.
he's just humming along to the tune of the hip bones connected to the leg bones connected to the. I mean, he's not like singing, but he's humming that rhythm. So
Nice. Let's see here. I'm just going to tap him on the shoulder. Like, excuse me, little man. I need you to pay attention to me. Hello. Is that me tapping, snapping?
So 14.
Mm-hmm.
You're muted, Buzz, in case you're talking.
sorry.
Yeah.
So he kind of like looks up at you, and then kind of looks back down at the corpse, and you see this expression of horror come over his face. And he just drops the scimitar.
Right. Let's back away And I go to, wrap my arm around him to lead him away from all of the mess that he's created. And, just like we're gonna just walk over here where it looks like there's no bodies. And, how you doing, buddy? You
What?
looks like
What? What? And he kind of breaks down a little bit. Like he's still there, like responsive, but he's kind of like starting to cry a little bit. And he's like, why?
there. We've all been there in the heat of the battle. So about that dagger though. Do you know where that is?
Dagger?
I have a little pointy thing that you go stab with. Or cut. Or have you seen that? I've lost it.
I'm making a
Silence.
roll. I'm making sure that. So he's like, I haven't seen it. No, I don't know what you're talking about. And
Is that your deception roll?
that is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Janice, you see absolutely straight through him. He's lying.
Okay. I see. You haven't seen it. Well, this is the thing. Me personally, I've definitely living out on the streets, living out on my own. I definitely feel the need of safety, and that dagger particularly has kept me safe for a long time. And
Isn't that the dagger that Cathbris gave you?
Hold up!
Roll me a deception check.
Damn it!
I don't know what your passive perception is there, Leochorus, but she rolled a 10, so take that with what you will.
Do I even have passives written down here?
No, you might do somewhere. Hold on, let me have a look. Let me have a look at your character sheet, because it's certainly a...
Yeah, I don't have it in the things I wrote in my little text file I made.
Baby?
I think so. Yeah, no, you don't have it here. So your passive perception is 12.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so she's also lying.
Liars.
And okay, I'm still gonna go with it though. And I understand the safety for it. So, if you come across it, I understand you might need it. Just don't lose it and keep it safe and, just don't stab me with it. Okay?
And he gets kind of excited. He's like, he blurts out, "It's like I would never lose it," and then kind of like realizes that he's
Right. Well, hang on to it. Just be safe. Don't stab me. And I will just take a mental note that you have my dagger. I'm just gonna continue on. Nothing amiss.
Okay.
I like the kid, okay?
I think we all like the kid, to be fair. You missed it last session, but he literally decapitated a goblin. It was amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah, which is what led
Excellent.
him to
Cheer
snap
him on.
and like just start slicing up said goblin.
See, he fits in. Hold on to that dagger, kid. Hold on to it. Just want to make sure, I just didn't leave it in a tree somewhere. That's all.
he is now beaming, like he's taken this as some sort of approval.
So, have we looted anything? Sorry if that was already answered.
The only thing that's been looted at the moment is the boss goblin's corpse. That was Flint. Like the moment he did the killing, Flint had seen that the boss goblin had like kind of taken his secret stash and put it on his persons. That's what the roll was at the beginning, by the way. So Flint's looted the boss goblin, but you're welcome to have a look around and do whatever. The building by this time has probably not on fire anymore. So you need to tell me exactly what that perception is for, that investigation is for, Plum. Like, where are you looting?
I'm just gonna, for right now, loot the bodies. I want to loot the bodies, and I want to also check to make sure the building is safe before anybody enters.
Sure.
To go see if there's anything in there.
So on each of the goblins, so the goblin boss has already been looted, unfortunately, but on each of the goblins, whichever one you go to, they've all got this weird coin with a symbol on it. Symbol you probably recognize. Roll me a history check.
It's not the same coin that we got, right?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, you recognize it, but you don't know where you've seen it before. It's not the same. It's completely different. It's got a weird language on it that you've never seen, like that you don't understand, but you recognize the symbol on it. In the building itself, that's all looted, unfortunately. So if you went in, there's nothing actually of value. So even though you rolled like a nat 20 on your investigation, you don't actually find anything because there really isn't anything left. All that was kind of worth anything, you're probably aware Flint's nabbed it.
All right. Cool. Anybody else recognize this coin? It looks familiar.
So Flint,
I don't know, no coin.
Flint would also speak up at this point. He'd say, "Actually, yeah, I found one on." Wait, how does Flint talk? I forgot. Is he Scottish? Hey, I found one of those coins on our old friend that you killed, Plum. Look, I got one too. He's going to show it you. Basically, he found it on the goblin that was part of the party last stream.
Interesting. Well, I guess we'll just collect these coins, see if anybody recognize them. Maybe Jakob knows where they're from. So we still got to take all this information back, but I guess we should see how that Dryad's doing. Is that what we want to do? Now that we've killed everybody and probably should heal up.
Is she going to know that goblins are dead? How would she know? I mean, to me, she looks grief-stricken, like mad.
Oh.
I really don't know if this is going to help. But anyway, before we go off, can I suggest that maybe we have a bit of a rest here, a short rest?
Yep.
Get a chance to recoup, patch up a little bit.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Look, there's a handy little fire just right here.
Oh.
I don't know if it's burned down or not, but
There's probably still flames in the fire because the goblins were literally there like 2 minutes earlier before you murdered them all. So, so I presume Buzz, Leo, Chorus is just going to go back to following Flint around.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, he's warming up to the whole party now, but...
Okay, sure. I'll tell you what. Can someone help? Actually, no. I'll just kind of like do it. Just kind of tell me where you want Leocorus to be relative to the party, if that makes sense, Buzz, and I'll kind of like move your character token around.
I mean, like, in general? I don't know, just kind of nearby.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just kind of like keep you nearby, and then when we get into specific map details, I'll explain them to the best of my ability. Just let me know.
Like I don't think he would be like between them and the forest because he's kind of skittish. But,
Yeah. Okay, so I presume you're just gonna take a short rest.
I would take a long rest, but I don't know.
Don't think we can take a long rest, can we?
It's a bit too early in the day for you to be able to take a long rest yet.
Oh, okay.
Also, you're on a time schedule, if you remember. So taking a long rest is 8 hours that you're going to be struggling to be able to do everything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend some hit dice on the short rest and recoup some of these wounds.
Good idea. I think Flint will also use one of his hit dice. So that was 8. Perfect. So he's now at max HP. There we go.
1, 2, I guess. Oh, wow.
I'll use 2.
Okay. And by the way, even though you didn't do any checks, nothing happens during your long rest. I did just do a roll for it though, so be careful of that in the future.
Wait, long rest, short rest?
Short rest. I meant short rest. I meant short rest. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so kind of probably what happens, you probably have something to eat, you keep the fire alight at the whatever. In the background, these corpse bodies, the goblins' corpses, they're starting to go cold. They're probably not smelling yet, but I mean they've just been lying there, But there hasn't been any traffic on the path. Nobody's came by. It is a fairly small trekking path anyway, so you probably wouldn't have been expecting anyone. You haven't seen anyone the entire time you've been on the path other than these goblins. And you were on the path for about 4 hours, I believe, to get you up to Mad's Reach. Maybe 3 hours, I can't remember.
So not handy to leave all these bodies around.
Well, I tell you what, they've got these wagons, right?
Oh yeah.
Which they've been using for you moving the wood. We could put the
There's also
bodies on the
tents
wagons
here as well, so
and wheel them up to the Dryad. See if that helps. Maybe.
I can help with that. I can hoist them into the wagons.
I mean, we
So
can go.
I basically start walking up and through some bodies and tossing them into some wagons.
And we'll put the axes on top that they've been using to chop the wood down.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure that I retrieve my staff that I presumably lost a grip on when I fell unconscious. Sang it out.
Yeah, no, you've
spear, sorry.
Yeah, you've got your spear. That's fine.
I might consider super gluing it to my hand.
We could burn the corpses.
Well, do we want to take them to the Dryad? As like, look, here's the people that were dealing with you.
Let's do that.
That's what I was saying about the wagons, maybe.
Yeah, let's do that with the wagons. Yeah.
Are there multiple scimitars on the ground now? Not just the one that Leo was using?
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna at some point just go grab another one. Not the one that he just had.
Okay, sure.
He's gonna avoid that area all he can, but he's gonna go get another one.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you've kind of like collected all of the goblins' kind of corpses onto these carriages, and there's probably they're fairly big kind of carriages. They're designed for hauling large amounts of like wood and things like that. So they're all kind of like neatly stacked on there. They are quite tall though, so you can probably get all of the bodies onto one of the carriages if you want, but you need to kind of like pick it up and then wheel it behind you kind of thing. It's like a backward wheelbarrow. I don't know what they're called.
Like a rickshaw?
Yeah, that's it. So it's like that type of carriage, right? So if you want to move on, and then we can move on up to Mad's Reach. Unless there's anything else you want to do here.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. Right, so you come up to Mad's Reach, and you kind of follow the trail up and round, and there's not necessarily any sign of the Dryad. You can't hear her. You can't hear anything, right? The goblin corpse that you left kind of here-ish of Bendover is gone. Completely gone. There's no sign of it. No sign of the Dryad, nothing. So, for Genesis' sake, because she wasn't here last stream, all of this area, I'll kind of like mark it out. All of this area is very long, tall grass. You can quite easily slip in there and hide. You've got these big, huge trees, obviously, which you can see there on the map. Towards the north is like this big clearing that you can kind of just see. This is where the Dryad was before.
Okay.
Like right here kind of thing. Up in this direction is kind of like a steep embankment, and this is like another layer. The grey that you can see around there is like a rock face, and as it goes around, it gets steeper, right? So up here is like probably the tallest part. It's probably like I think we said 20-foot drop there. So it's quite high up, right? You have other things. I think that was everything. There's another like kind of cliff face up here, and up here is like really high up. So it's kind of like 3 different levels kind of thing in this area. The Dryad before, like I said, was here. This is all like kind of a flat basin. If anything, you're kind of like walking down into the basin there. But yeah.
I like this map, by the way.
Thank you. I spent a lot of time on this.
All right. I just kind of want to really, really look to see if there's any clue where she might have gone or what happened here, exactly why there's no
okay.
body.
So, are we all moving as a party? Are you kind of like moving together or into the clearing?
Well-
Move together, I would think.
Sure.
I'll tell Cliff, because presumably it's Cliff that's the one that's got the wagon. Like, you know, go
Yeah.
dump the bodies in the middle of the clearing,
Sure.
and then I'll
Tribute.
basically, and then turn to the boy and say, can you shout in Elvish that we bring her the bodies as a tribute to honor her and her loss.
Okay, I'll kind of move you up to about there, because that's kind of like where I see you kind of stopping in the clearing. Okay, so as you kind of like cross the barrier and enter the clearing, the trees begin to move. And you notice they have actually changed. And they are pulling their roots out of the ground, and they are blocking the path. Here, they've kind of like arched their branches over, and it's creating like this barrier across the path. This tree is actually this one here. I don't know if that makes sense. So there's that one there. And yeah, so that basically creates like this barrier that you can't quite get round. So as you kind of come in, you realize very quickly that actually you're kind of blocked off. You can't necessarily get out the way you've came, if that makes sense. And Leochorus
starts doing that, but he's like, hello, in Elvish, and saying the thing that discount, but he's like scared. He doesn't know what's going on, but he's doing what he's told.
Yeah, absolutely. You hear a voice in reply, and it is the voice of the Dryads, but you can't actually wait a second. I need to. Yeah, you don't know where it's coming from. None of you do. So everyone else that doesn't understand Elven, you can hear in Elven the voice of the Dryad. It's coming from somewhere, you don't know where. Leochorus, you can hear it say, "You came back. I told you to leave. Leave. Oh, more beings they bring. More beings. The tree choppers."
I reply like, yes, we stopped them.
Stop the trees.
The
Stop
choppers.
the choppers. The choppers. Still, new sprouts need to grow. Leave now. Never return.
And I relay this message to the party. She wants us to leave now and never return.
Okay.
What exactly was Jacob's thing?
Jacob was to so
Jacob.
the quest was to find out why the Dryad had lost control and what was happening.
Okay.
He didn't really
So we
tell you
kinda
much
did.
more.
We can just report back that, we solved the problem by... She was angry about the trees being chopped down. Well, we took out the choppers, and she's just gonna grow, right? Like,
Yeah.
job done. Check
You
mark.
should have been more specific if you wanted something else, right?
Yeah, I
okay.
think,
I'm
we're
down
good.
with that.
On the top
We've offered our tribute, and
of
we're
while
good.
you're kind of like discussing this, on the top of the hill, the Dryad appears. And now you can see her. She's in full view. She's right at the top of like kind of where this basin is. This is your last chance. And she's holding her arms out, very much how she did before. She's getting very cross.
Leo's like, she wants us to go now. We should go now. Let's go.
go.
Let's go.
Time to go, I think.
Yep,
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 calls
yep,
out,
yep.
wave.
Okay, we're leaving.
Bye.
The trees will leave a very small gap for you to get through, so you're able to leave. And as you kind of like cross the boundary of the trees, they move back to their original positions and kind of become inanimate again.
Excellent,
And-
excellent.
Yes. So that's going to bring us to the region map here.
Yeah.
Where you are kind of exiting from Mad's Reach. By the way, I think you guys dealt with that incredibly well. But yeah,
Probably
no.
not going back. Would have been the sensible option.
So, yeah, so you're kind of on the region map here, and we'll kind of like go back to where we are on the Golden Lake. So you're still on the footpath. You kind of pass back through where the goblins were, and you come out on the other side, and you're back into thick forest. I believe you had like one quest left, and you have like a day. Oh no, you had the extension, right? So you've got like 2 days left to go and get the rest of the guards. If it is currently about it's past midday at this point. The sun is no longer at the height of the sky. You're probably looking at like if I was going to put it on a 24-hour clock, it'd be like 4 p.m. kind of thing, if that makes sense. Each movement of the hex is 2 hours. You can go back down to the path that you were on before. I believe Jakob's... I can't remember what his name was. He did have a name, and I do have it wrote down, but I can't be bothered to find it. I believe when you bumped into like one of the companions,
Or me.
that's it. He marked 2 points where the guards were stationed. It was up here and here. Now, in the 2-day time slot, I mean, you probably could do it if you like rushed and missed a sleep, which potentially isn't wise. But that's
Especially
entirely up to you.
considering what we're looking at.
And you need to meet Jacob here, right? So you can kind of move in any direction if you want to go. So this path that you're on at the moment kind of like goes in this direction down to there. Along that path, there wasn't any other like kind of pathway going in either direction through the forest. So if you did want to go into like, say, for instance, this tile here, that's going to take 3 hours as opposed to the 2 because it's like difficult terrain. I will make you, like, if you wanted to cross over, like, say, this river and stuff, you're going to have to roll rolls for it to be able to do it safely. But yeah, no, it's entirely up to you, wherever you want to go.
I guess up to Jacob we go.
Personally, I think we should go back to Jakob. If he really wants us to take out the guards, he'll give us an extension. That's the only thing it is. We've already done the other quests that he wanted us to do. I say we go down to Jakob, and if he really, really wants us to do it, then he's just going to have to deal with the fact that we're not going to do his timeline. Otherwise, you know,
I think you already did get that extension, and you've got like
we did. But I'm just saying, like, if he really wants us to get it done.
Oh, right, to get both of them done. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know, then he'll give us another one. So we can go back to Jakob, heal up, take a long rest, update him with Mad, because I do think we need to warn them about, you might want to stay clear of that until she gets, you know, all of her nature stuff figured out and resprouted and shit. So I think it's a safe bet to go down back to Jakob without dealing with the guards for right now.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. So, you want to carry on going down here. Okay, so someone roll me a perception check then, please, for a group perception check. And I'll kind of move you token.
Sure thing. Boop. Oh.
Yep. Okay.
Excellent.
So as you're going, like, it's very much on this path. The entire time, there's been no other activity other than the goblins. You don't see anything, and you're able to continue. So now it's about like 6-ish p.m. I guess it's getting evening time. Dusk is approaching, I guess, or sunset is approaching. You've probably got like 2 hours worth of good light left, and then probably an hour worth of dusk light.
Do we want to set up camp and take a long rest here?
Well,
Take
should we
watches?
push on for another 2 hours, just as a little bit more distance between us and the Dryad, and then we've got like an hour to set up camp. I mean, the camp's going to be fairly basic, but...
I mean, we've already passed through this, right?
You've still got like 2 hours worth of light, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you planning on going to here? So someone roll me a perception check, please.
Me this time.
Yep. So again, it seems like there's nothing on the path. Although that being said, because the sun is kind of setting, it's a bit more difficult to kind of judge whether or not you're safe. What I will say is you've probably got like an hour's left of good light left. Actually, no, it'll be like dusk light. So you can carry on now and make it to where where you met Jacob. Or you can kind of set up camp here. Or go in a completely random direction. It's entirely up to you.
Well, are we expecting Jacob to still be there?
I think so.
Probably not.
Or show
It was literally like a crossroads on a...
Right.
It was just like a random crossroad.
I think let's set up camp here.
Sure. Okay. So I presume this is going to be a long rest then, yep?
Yep. And we're going to take shifts. Making sure we're safe.
Sure. Okay, so how do you want to set up your shifts?
I go first.
Mm-hmm.
I volunteer.
Cool. Role play it out.
I-
Role play it out for me.
All right, kids, you can choose who you want. You're part of the group now, so you're gonna have to, take a shift. But since you're new to this, we're gonna buddy you up with somebody. You may choose who you want to buddy up with, and yeah.
Question for Womble.
Sure.
Half elves. Is that a 4-hour sleep cycle?
Sure. I think it is for half elves, isn't it? Yes.
Okay.
Which is why I think because it was why before you started playing the character, the child was awake middle of the night kind of thing.
He doesn't really speak, but kind of indicates that like he's looking over at Cliff. Like,
Of course.
Sure.
All right. I should not have said that. All right, dwarf. You two will have the first watch,
Okay.
and make sure we don't get murdered. Teach him the ropes of what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
Try to stay focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, this is gonna
Very
go lame.
focused. Super focused. Super duper focused. For reals.
Just before we kind of do go into the long rest, what does your camp look like?
Good question.
Pretty much bed sheet on the ground.
Yep.
Like
Yep. We have our bedrolls. We have.
Are you on the
Pathway
trail or did you
or-
go off the trail? Like
off the trail a bit.
off the trail a bit. Okay, sure.
Leo starts a campfire,
No.
trying to be useful.
Roll me a nature check, please, Buzz.
Nature is.
I think that's
nature
intelligence.
It is a 1. It's a +1.
Yeah, you're able to like make a very good campfire. Maybe you've picked it up from somewhere at some point in your past, or maybe you've seen one of the other party members. You've been with this party for a while, and they've probably made campfires, so you were able to instinctively kind of like figure it out, and you've set up
Like
quite a good
dug
camp.
a little pit, circled some stones around
Yeah,
it.
pretty much. Yeah.
Drake's will sort of point out as a make sure you use the dead wood, right? Don't take any living wood. Just dead wood, considering like you were just met. Just saying.
Leo suddenly looks around at the trees and concerned.
Okay, so so animal. Roll me a perception check for your with advantage because you've got Leochorus as well. So for this check you can roll with advantage.
Passive or
No, just your perception check. It's just a standard perception. Oof.
Don't roll passives.
oh, okay, yeah, never rolled.
Yeah. So your 2-hour kind of stint goes off fine. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
If you want to do any role play for this 2 hours, go for it.
Sure. So just like with the last night interaction I had with Leo Chorus, I decided to take a little walk with him, a bit up and down the trail, still nearby the party basically, to try and just have a little bit of a walk, be a bit active as well. And we kind of talk about stuff and things.
Did I do a bad thing with
No,
that goblin?
no, you did a good thing.
A good thing?
Yeah. The Cliff does not know that you butchered. Well, he does know, yeah. Like the butchering was a bit too much, but you fought well.
I did?
Yeah. You are a good warrior.
I don't really remember.
Oh, that's okay. not everybody remembers stuff like that, I guess.
Okay, so
That's kind of it, I guess, then.
animal, once you've kind of like completed this, you wake up the next person. Actually, did you figure out an order of watch? I presume you would have. I've probably just skipped you past
I
it.
guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna wake up Drake.
Sure. Okay, so animal's character Cliff goes to sleep. Drake, you
Yeah,
wake
of
up for your watch. Buzz, do you want to put Leocorus to sleep now, or do you want to stay awake?
He's gonna stay awake for right now.
Okay.
And just
Sure.
like huddle by the campfire and.
Okay, so Drake, with advantage, can you roll me a perception check? Yeah, you have very quickly noticed something has been in your supplies and eaten half of your food. So all of like half of your ration packs that you've had needs to go.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to kind of like investigate further, you can to see if you can find the source of this. But
Yeah, will do. I'll have a poke around, see if there's any telltale signs of where they went. Any nibbled hole in the bags or anything?
very, very close to where you've set up camp are sets, big holes in the ground where you've seen these before. Badgers live in these places. You're very, very close to a badger set right now. And there is probably a trail of crumbs leading down the hole, and pretty much, yeah, your food, most of your food's been eaten, including probably some very horrible pies that you had left over. I don't know whether you kept hold of them.
The ones I had.
I think you destroyed them, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, half of your rations and stuff have kind of like been consumed by what you can perceive as these badgers.
All right. Well, to aid me in my watch as it's getting dark, I'll cast dark vision on myself.
Sure.
Yeah, badgers. Might be a badger breakfast, maybe. Maybe I'll get. I don't know. Do we want badger breakfast? He doesn't like a badger breakfast. Maybe I'll do like a little noose snare type thing. So a little bit of cord ready to like tie onto a foot, a couple of sticks. You know, take like some of the crumbs that some of the half chewed bits and just put them in a little bit of an area, just a little bit away from the camp, ready to trap one of these badgers, perhaps.
Roll me a nature check.
Sure.
Or a survival check, depending on what you want to do. Probably survival.
I'll do survival.
Yeah. So I'll take the 13 from that. Yeah. Okay. So you can make a fairly convincing looking snare and trap, very close to one of the set holes for the for where the badgers probably are coming out of. As you're kind of doing this, you notice that the set goes quite like when your dark vision kind of activates. They go on for quite a while. Like these holes that everywhere. You've kind of like camped right where badgers are kind of nesting.
Okay.
And some of the holes are very big. Bigger than you've ever seen.
Okay. Might also might stick my backpack like over a branch. Like do again a little bit of rope, noose it off so it's like got a bit of a hook on it, sort of thing, and just hang it on a branch so it's up off the ground.
Give me another survival check for that. I think they're two separate actions.
Okay.
Leo has just been watching intently, sitting by the campfire, and he's been kind of clutching that scimitar Yes.
So yeah, your pack is at the moment kind of hanging from the tree, but it doesn't look great. It doesn't look very stable.
I'll be fine. There's nothing breakable in there, I don't think. I'll sleep with a spear next to me.
Sure. Okay, so that kind of all happened within like the first like 5-10 minutes. So if you want to roleplay out any more.
Yeah, no, just sort of like lean up against one of the trees, like back to the tree, good view of the camp and beyond, sort of thing. And
Sure.
yeah, just spend the rest of the shift just kind of occasionally get up and just sort of have a little bit of a look around.
There is movement. You do notice movement, but at the moment, nothing's bothering you.
Okay.
You don't see any more badgers. Like, you don't see them, but you can sense them moving around in the background. Okay. And yeah, you're definitely aware they're out there.
As I'm sort of doing the rounds, I'll gather a little bit of firewood as well and just stack it next to the fire so it can get thrown on as and when.
Sure. Okay. Yep. So now I presume Buzz Leocorus is going to go to sleep. So we've had 4 hours.
Yeah, he's going to curl up on the ground without any covers next to the campfire for warmth.
Sure. Perfect. And Drake, who are you waking?
Oh wait, Janice. Because okay. I really don't trust Flint.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, DM.
Hello.
What's that about?
Cantrip versatility. Whenever you reach a level in this class that grants the ability score improvement features, you can replace one cantrip you've learned from the class's spellcasting feature.
I mean, I can trade out?
You can trade out your cantrips when you level up, I think.
At, what is that? That's 4, 8, 12, 16?
Potentially, yes.
Anytime you get the attribute.
Yeah. I don't know.
I tried doing that. I tried doing it, but it wouldn't let me.
So so you can drag and drop the cantrips that you would like into your journal. We can work on that.
So I can do it the same way.
Yeah,
okay.
The same way. You can drag and drop any spells into your journal. You do have the perms. So if you wanted to swap your cantrips, you can do that later. I'll allow you to do it. Like, obviously, not now because we are busy. But like, unless you can do it quickly on the fly, it's kind of entirely up to you. Sorry, I'm messing around with your character sheet, and I just see you switching over.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, no, I can do it really quickly because I had it up because I was actually going to drop in.
Sure.
Is it this one?
You should just be able to drag and drop. Now, the drag and drop action doesn't work if you're using your character sheet in pop out.
Oh.
It doesn't work then, so you've kind of got to not do it in pop out. You've got to...
One second.
One second. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, no, it's... Okay. I don't know why, but lately it just loads.
What?
Like, it takes a minute to actually load.
Oh, that's weird. There's been some back-end changes to Roll20 lately, and I think because they've been adding features, it's been complicating the code, so that could be why.
Dennis, do you have an ad blocker?
No.
That can clog up stuff, yeah.
All right. I had this nifty little cantrip that I was going to replace Thornwhip, which I literally was going to do prior to.
What was the cantrip
called? But then I forgot. Mending.
Oh, right. Okay, I can find that for you. I'll put it in your inventory.
No, it's there. I already did it.
Oh, you did it? Okay, it's fine then. What are you mending? And you don't want Thornwhip anymore?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I will do that. Sorry. Get that. Rid of that. Fuck you.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay. So what are you mending?
I'm assuming that Drake, when he woke me up, that told me about the bags being torn by badgers. Yeah, is that a thing?
Yeah, I'll mention that I lost some supplies, and there might be a few badger sets around. I'll sort of gesture towards us. There's a trap over there for one of them that might be good for breakfast. Since they ate our breakfast, we might have them for breakfast, maybe.
Okay, excellent. I just want to mend our bags. That they.
Yeah, sure.
chew
You're able to
into.
mend all of the bags with the holes and stuff in with those cantrips while you're on your long rest. Okay, so can you roll me a perception check? Oh, okay. I'm taking the 12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
sorry.
you don't have advantage.
Does Janice have dark vision?
She does, yeah. Halflings have them
Okay,
naturally. Cool. Wait, halflings do have them naturally, right?
We do not.
You do not?
No.
No, you do not then. You do not have dark vision.
I will cast dark vision on Janice before I retire for the night as well, then.
Sure.
Thanks.
It's helpful for watching.
I thought halflings had dark vision. Obviously not.
Not according to my little sheet.
Half elves do, I think.
Maybe I know
Yeah.
dwarves do, but
Don't know.
I mean, I
half
can take
elves
that,
definitely do.
that spell, but
Dark vision. Yep, I have.
Yeah, no, obviously not. No, you've got nimbleness. That was it. That's your, and then the lucky trait. Yeah, so you don't have dark vision. Okay.
which I did not use earlier, but that's okay.
Again, halflings are not really a character I've ever really rolled. No dark vision for halflings. Interesting. I need to remember that because I've been acting as though you guys have dark vision for a while. Okay. Okay, yeah, so the 12 for the perception. Again, you are very aware of these sets. The badgers have been moving. You might have seen a glimpse of a regular-sized badger. They've been doing things out on the outside of your camp. You can probably feel or hear them burrowing as well underneath your camp. But you probably haven't seen them very specifically. Yeah, other than that, for the kind of the next 2 hours, nothing really happens. You can hear a lot of movement, though, in the forest now. Very close by.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, so what are you going to tell Flint? Because he's going to have that last check.
I'll tell him that there's, badger traps and there's badgers out there, and just keep an eye out. They're doing something out there. I do not want to deal with them though, because I'm cranky. I want to go back to sleep.
Sure. Okay, so Flint gets up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this as a secret roll. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so Flint gets up and he acknowledges it, and then he's going to do his perception. Where is perception? I can never. Wow, he's got. Wow, that was a good perception. Okay, so towards the end of the long rest, I'm going to let you all complete the long rest, so you can all complete that. I don't know what the long rest button does, but I just hit it for... Oh, it reset everything. Nice.
Yeah.
So you can all hit long rest. However, in the morning, Flint sees something, and he alerts everyone. And he says, "Hey, everyone, get up, get up, get up!" And now their badges have surrounded the camp, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Yay!
That's if I can.
Character tokens then.
Oh yeah, you do. Hold on. Right. Okay. Let me pull out your character tokens.
Imagine
That
their battle is
removal
somewhere over here.
turns. Do that. So you can select your tokens and roll initiative. And then, so what you can see, or what Flint has seen, he'll tell you all this. There are 6 badgers, kind of encircling very close to the camp. They're like in all directions. Behind the 6 badgers, there are 2 massive badgers. Janice and Drake, because you've seen this, you can pretty much, you're like, oh, that, I've never seen that type of badger before, and it'll be something that I will give you later, but not quite yet. So basically for your beast shape, you'll be able to turn into a giant badger. How many giant badgers did I say? I said 2 giant badgers, and there are 4 regular sized badgers. Okay. Let me kind of like explain the scene, kind of like what you've got. So you've got your inner campfire, then all the way around it is kind of like these sets. And outside of the sets now are like these very angry looking badgers. None of them fell for the trap. I was rolling for that. Unfortunately, none did actually fall for it. But they are looking very aggressive towards you. Here, right, let me roll for... So, Leo, you did a 10.
I got a 19. What was it, 10?
Yeah, 9 plus 1. So, let me just put you in there. Okay, so that is actually a 10. And we also need... I've lost my other... Oh, I didn't pull them out. That's why. So I said... Did I say 3 badges or 4 badges?
For 6 small badgers.
3... So 2 giant badgers, 3 regular sized badgers. So... Oh, no, 6. Sorry, no, it was 6.
Yeah.
It is 6.
I was
My
about
bad.
to say.
Yep. No, there's 6 of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if all of those rolled. Oh, it didn't. No, because there's only 1 token. I'll tell you what. Those badges all have the same. We'll kind of do it how we did the commoners. I think before on this battle map. You've kind of got a group of badgers that are all kind of like together.
Yeah.
And when you attack one, if you kill them with the HP, it will kill them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Giant badger. There's 2 of those. Let me just pull them out so they can do this.
Pull them out. Gross.
Okay, so 1 badger here. You guys are kind of like obviously in the center. You've got 6 badgers encircling you. To the south, there is a giant badger. To the north, there is a giant badger. They are about 30 feet away. But between the 2 giant badgers, there's kind of like obviously an encirclement of badgers that are probably 20 feet from the exterior of your camp. Your camp is quite a small camp, so you're all kind of like stood together kind of thing. As soon as you got up, you're like, as soon as Flint rallied you up, you're like, you're there, you're ready. So they didn't get a opportunity attack. Let me just sort the turn order. Drake, what is your dexterity?
My dexterity is 2.
2. Sure. Okay, so you get to go before the giant badgers. Okay, so Plum. It's your turn.
Yeah.
What was my first roll for the badgers for the initiatives? Dryad 3. What? Oh no, that so it was 15. Okay. Doesn't make any difference. Cool. Okay, so Plum, what are you gonna do?
Yes.
You're able to grab all of your packs and things. Like, they've not caught it off guard. Like, you've got all of your belongings immediately at your... Oh, Flint. I need to roll Flints as well.
I'm going to take out my quarterstaff and cast this.
The wood of a club or quarterstaff you are holding is imbued with nature's power. For the duration, you can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls of a melee weapon using... Why have you not used this before?
I just added it.
Did you? Oh, okay. And the weapon's damage die becomes a D8.
Yeah, Shillelagh. Awesome.
Shillelagh, yeah. That's a good spell. I've never used that before. So
am I wrong? Can that not be cast as a bonus action?
that is a bonus action.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
The weapon also becomes magical. So this is your quarterstaff, right?
Yeah.
The spell ends if you cast it again or if you let go of the weapon. Okay, so you've got your quarterstaff. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So you're using your spell casting ability, which I believe is 12, because that's your wisdom. Does that come off of your wisdom?
Yes.
Yeah, so you've got plus 12 on your attack roll as opposed to -1, because I think your strength is -1, right?
Yeah. And it's +2, so it's like, because like I have a natural wisdom, right? So is that 14 really? Is that the case? No. Oh wait, what? I didn't mean to do that.
You plus 2.
Is it
Yeah.
the base
So the way it works is you roll a 1d20 plus your strength for the quarterstaff. However, it isn't plus your strength; it's plus your spell casting save. Whatever your spell modifier is, which is wisdom, so it's +2. So you're doing a 1d20 plus 2, and then instead of doing the damage as... what we could end up doing at some point, we can have a double weapon. So the weapon that you've got with the shillelagh in hand, then you can just roll that. We can set that up.
Cool.
But yeah.
Can you make a little note of that?
I will. I'll make a note. Today we'll just do the roll.
Thanks.
So if you do slash roll me. So if you now attack, you can attack. Sorry, I shouldn't be leading you.
No, you're good. No, it helped me envision what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll 1d20 plus 2. Hiya!
Okay, so that's 10. So I presume this is on one of the badges.
Yes,
So makes it, breaks it. So yeah, roll damage. 1d8. I think it's just 1d8. I can't remember what your quarterstaff is. I think it's just a generic quarterstaff, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to do this
add
two-handed,
strength?
yeah.
For damage. So it
would be 2d8s, right? Or
wait, hold on. The damage die becomes a d8, so I think before it's a d6. Hold on, I need to pull up your character sheet because I can't remember what it is.
I think normally
two-handed.
two-handed, you just double
Yeah.
your strength bonus or something, or the modifier after the fact, but I don't think it doubles the dice, does it?
Well, the two-handed is already a d8
yeah.
bludgeoning.
Oh, I see.
So you can do this one-handed and have something else in your other hand, basically. You could have like a small shield
okay.
or something, potentially. But yeah, no, so it'd be 1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2. Roll.
So that's 9 down. Yeah, so you are able to immediately whack one of the badgers, and they go down. Like, it's bludgeoning straight to the head. You see it, like, pop. Maybe some blood, like, kind of comes out. And then on the, like, as a kind of like a rebound, you hit a second badger, and that, like, goes down immediately. For the first time ever, you hit something with this quarterstaff, and it works.
Yeah, you did it!
You killed
I'm
2 badgers.
Proud of you.
So there's now 4 badgers left, regular badgers, and the 2 giant badgers. Is that the end of your go? Are you gonna?
Yes.
Yeah. Drake.
Right. Well, I'm gonna cast Frostbite on the one of the large badgers.
Sure.
It's a cantrip.
So this is a cantrip I can never remember. I'm gonna.
So.
You cause a numbing frost to form on one of the creatures that you see within range. They're 60 feet range, so he's within range. The target must take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage and has disadvantage on their next weapon attack roll. Weapon attack roll, that's important. Okay. So it is a Constitution saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
11, so he doesn't make it. So roll me the 1d6.
6 cold. 6 cold damage.
Oh, 6 cold damage. Perfect. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. One of the badgers looks quite beaten, quite hurt.
Okay. I'm a little bit nervous the way you said weapon there. This might not have the effect that I was hoping for, but anyway, all right. Well, I'll keep protecting the the ones behind, and stay huddled in the middle for the minute.
Okay. So that badger actually runs up to you, Drake.
Okay.
And I think a bite still counts as a weapon attack. So it has disadvantage. Is it on the first? Is it on his next weapon attack? Yeah. So this one is with disadvantage.
Okay.
He's going to bite you. So that was 19.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. Rolling damage. That's 3 piercing damage. And then he's going to claw at you with its claws as well, because they've got multi-attack. And that is just the 5.
Another 5, right? Got it.
Okay, so he kind of like, he bites into like probably your leg or something like that, and then like swipes at you, and you're able to sidestep the swipe, but you still do take that 3 piercing damage. The badger from the north sees Leocorus and is going to run up to Leocorus here.
Uh-oh.
And he's going to bite. 17. I presume that. Yeah, that beats.
Oh, yeah.
And that's 3 piercing damage.
And he's down.
Cool. So the second giant badger goes for the smallest thing in the party and just launches. Literally floors Leocorus, and Leocorus goes down, and blood is dripping. Then with his second attack, he's going to claw towards Flint. Hits the 21,
Oh,
that
geez.
is correct, and that's 6 slashing damage. So Flint, he takes the brunt of the attack there and goes down. He doesn't go down, but he's hurting. Like you just start seeing blood coming down from his tunic, that sort of thing, with this claw. It is now the badger's turn. So there are 4 badgers left. One of them is going to attack Cliff.
Hi.
This one's going to bite you, Cliff.
Oh,
16.
that hits. Yep, that's
So 1 piercing damage. The second one is going to bite at Drake. That's 15.
Yep.
So that's 1 piercing damage. The third one is going to bite at Plum. 22.
Uh-oh.
Fuck you.
So that's 1 plus 0, so that's 1 piercing damage.
Yay, still 1.
Yeah, because it's only 1. You only take 1 damage from the bites for the normal badgers. It's challenge rating 0. It's and the other one, the fourth one is going to go after Flint, and that's 7. So he misses. Okay, Cliff, your turn. You've got a badger right next to you. It just bit you and took 1 pierce. Look, it bit at you, and it hurt.
Yeah, I don't care. I care about the big one taking out my big pal. So
Little pal.
I turn into a rage, a reckless attack rage in this case.
Sure.
Which
So you've got advantage on the next roll, and I think you've got like ability checks that you've got advantage on and things like that, or like resistance to piercing damage. That's it. Another damage, but piercing is kind of what they're doing. So you've got resistance to the damage. Okay, so with advantage, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, I pull down my pants. No, I mean... yeah, whatever I want to, so... no. I attack with my 2-handed Warhammer attack. Thingamajig.
You need to roll the... Yeah, okay, so that's with the advantage. That's the 24, which... Oh, you've still got your strength modifier on there. You've lost that plus 24 on your strength. You're now back at 17 on the strength.
Yeah, I have that on 17.
Oh, you do?
I have that on 17. Yeah, I already did that.
Oh. You're doing... How... Is 17 plus 3 then? It must be.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Because I'm
yeah, it must be.
Yeah,
no, it is. It is plus 3.
6.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Plus 7.
Yeah, so you hit with the 24, so you can do your bludgeoning damage.
That's 4 then, I guess.
The 4. So that was on the badger that attacked Leocorus?
Yes. Like, you dare!
Sure, so, yep, you hit him, and, like, that giant badger, and it kind of, like, goes off. Do you have a second attack? No, you don't have multi-attack as a barbarian. No.
Nope. No, not at this point.
Okay, do you want to do anything else?
No. Not that I know.
Can you rage and reckless attack in the same attack? I don't think you can do both.
Rage is a bonus action, isn't it?
Rage is a bonus action, but is reckless attack also a bonus action?
It doesn't say so. Like, this is the text it has.
You can throw aside all concerns to your defense. Oh, I think, yeah, you can just... Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
I will...
Part of his action.
Go.
Yeah, it's just part of your
It
action.
has an advantage of, like, giving me advantage, but then also attacks against me can have an advantage.
Yes.
Until my next turn.
Until your next turn. Cool. Okay, Flint.
It has dangers to it. But basically, this is so maddening that he just is like, ah!
Well, to be fair, I think it's fine because you've also, like, because you raged up, you've got your piercing.
Yeah, resistance.
Resistance, yeah. So having, like, a reckless attack is actually kind of a useful tool for you at the moment.
Yeah.
So Flint, he has his quarterstaff. Actually, no, he's going to say to the badger that is now attacking him, the giant badger. He's gonna say something. Wait, is this one? This one's. I know. Wait, hold on. I don't know his spells. Vicious Mockery is the action, isn't it? Yes. So yeah, he's gonna say, "Oh, you stupid badger, with your
You stink!
you got a smelly face," and that badger's gonna take 2 psychic damage if I don't make the save. So that is wisdom save. So that's 12. Yep. So he takes 2 psychic damage.
It doesn't seem like a lot to me. The damage of Vicious Mockery.
It's a cantrip, so it's not going to be like super massive. He can cast it as many times as he wants to.
That's okay. And it makes for a good story.
12. Wait, hold on. That's a 9. For whatever reason, 7. Okay, cool. For whatever reason,
Yes,
his health
Janice.
didn't update. Yes, Janice, that is a lot of text.
Gesundheit.
What does Vicious Mockery also gives disadvantage against the attack roll? Okay, the next attack roll. Perfect. So he's now got disadvantage on his next attack. And as a bonus action, he is going to cast... Oh, does he not have it? I don't think he has it. No, he doesn't have it. I thought he had... Oh, maybe that was Janice. Okay, no, he doesn't have... Damn it. Maybe... Okay, maybe I'd have done that a little bit different. But I thought he had healing hands or whatever, but I think that's Janice.
I have Cure Wounds, yeah.
Cure Wounds... No, Cure Wounds is the action. What's the bonus action? You've got like Healing Hand or Healing Word or something like that, which is a bonus action.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I thought Kath had, but he doesn't. So he's not going to do anything else. He's just going to kind of stand his ground. Okay, so now, Leo Chorus. Death saving throw, please.
How do I death save?
Death save is just a D20, I think.
No pawn or anything?
No, there will just keep
There is
it's not on your character sheet. It won't be on your
I
character
can
sheet.
click on it and that basically. That's D20.
Yeah, I think it's just a
Okay.
flat D20
Yep.
for a death save.
It's a yes or a no.
In the right window. What do I have to make?
10 or more.
10 or more. You've got 3. Yep, so you've made that one, so that's a success. Moving on,
that mean
Plum. Sorry, what was that?
Does that mean I'm awake?
No. You've got to
No.
you've got to hit that success 3 times, and then you wake up. You've got 1 HP.
Oh, okay.
You haven't had very many death saving throws, have you, before, Buzz?
That is my very first death saving throw.
Oh,
ever.
welcome to my campaign.
Ever.
The amount of death saving throws I've made the party go through. I think everyone's had death saving throws now in this campaign, right?
Yeah, at this point, everyone,
Apart-
because we also...
Everybody's died.
Everyone's died, yeah. Everyone has died. Quite literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so... Plum, your turn. So, you've got a giant badger attacking Drake next to you, I think. Oh, yeah, it was Drake. And you've got a small badger within reach. Probably 2 small badgers. You could probably reach 2 of them.
I have the healing word, though. Is that...
That's a bonus action, I believe. Healing Word.
Yes, it's a bonus action.
So if you heal Leo Chorus, he will come back up with 1 HP, but he'll be prone.
Okay, I'll still do it.
Sure.
I'll do.
So no more
it?
death saving throws for Leo Chorus. Actually, no. You fully heal him. You've got 3 HP again, Leo.
Yay!
And then I will take my quarterstaff.
Oh!
Jesus!
For once I am rolling good.
So who's that for? What's your target?
It was the one that hit Leo, the big one.
Okay,
right?
yeah. So yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, one of the giant badgers. So roll me a 2d8 plus 2.
Oh, whoops! I did not do.
Because it's a crit, you get 2d8 rolls.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that.
5 and 4, 9. Yeah. So somehow you just pull this. You swing round that giant badger. How do you want to kill him?
I'm imagining my staff is like all green and pretty and glowy, and I'm like making these dramatic swirls of my staff, and I just plunge it right into him, and it goes through him, and blood splatters, and I'm covered in gore now, and I'm just smiling because I'm happy that I'm one with my staff finally.
Yeah, sure. So this giant badger, it goes down, like it's dead. So you've got 4 small badgers left, 1 giant badger which is kind of half beaten up. I can't remember who actually hit that. Was it Drake? Yes, with the ice. It was the cold. It was the one that you iced. And yeah, and then you've got four badgers left. You've got 2 badger corpses, normal sized badger corpses, kind of lying at your feet, Plum, and this giant badger. But that is your turn. Drake, you have just seen Plum kind of pretty much whack the giant badger fairly close to you. You've still got one of the badgers kind of attacking at you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna retrieve like one of the like burning branches from the campfire, and sort of throw it in the direction of the badger, and then I'll cast my control fire on it and see if I can spread it from that to the fur of the badger.
I don't know if... roll me the description for control flames. I have to do that every time. I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
That's inspiring.
Flames.
It's a flame source into 5 feet.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Well, the first question is, the campfire still burning? We did put extra wood there. It was
probably not. I feel like it wasn't tended, actually.
Okay, fair enough. In which case, I will use my inspiration, and I'll use Druidcraft to relight it.
Sure. Okay, yeah. That's
this one.
Using your inspiration.
Instantaneous, yep.
Yep.
Snuff a candle torch or a small... So I think you can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect. Light or snuff a candle, torch, or small campfire, so I can instantaneously light it.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll use my inspiration and then carry out.
Yeah, everything else. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Roll me a 1d6.
He did want to cook badger for breakfast.
He did want to cook badger for breakfast.
Is it /R? I forget. We've got one in Discord, but there we go. That works. Cool.
Okay. So yeah, yeah. Was that the small badger or was that the giant badger?
Oh no, I was going for the giant badger.
The giant badger, yeah. The giant badger that attacked you. Yeah, sure. He takes 4 fire damage. Is it burn damage or fire damage? I can't remember. And he does not look very good.
Cool.
And you can smell him. You can smell the fur burning on his. That's
the one we're cooking.
What's it? Yeah. Okay. It is that badger's turn. He is going to bite at you again, Drake. Where is he? Oh, I've lost the character sheet. I hate when I do that. Here. So he's going to bite at you again. So what was that? That was 5. So he misses that.
5 will miss.
And then he's going to claw, and 6, and he misses
6
that.
misses as well.
Probably because he's on fire and burning and damaged and hurt. Like he's just like, you know. And yep, that's the end of his turn. Then we've got, that one is dead, so I'll remove him. Then we've got the 4 badgers. So we've got 1 badger, small badger on Drake left. So he's going to bite. 14.
14 hits, yeah.
Okay, so take your 1 piercing damage.
Okay.
1 badger is biting at Flint. That is a miss. 1 badger is biting at Cliff. That's a hit.
Yeah, 14 hits.
14 hit. However, you take 1 damage. However, you have to halve that, so you take 0 damage because of your resistance. And the 4 is for Janice, so that badger also misses. Okay, so that is the end of that turn. Cliff, your turn.
Okay. So.
I had an advantage against you, actually. I should probably roll that one more time. Oh, wait, no. The 14 and the 11. Yeah, that's the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I have a new feat, which is this one.
When you use your dash, you can use a bonus action to make 1 melee weapon attack or to shove a creature. Okay?
Mm-hmm. So basically, the big badger near Leocorus is dead, right?
The one next to the one that bit into Leocorus is dead. Yes.
And
The other giant badger does not look good either.
Okay. The one that's attacking me with his bites. I try to shove him at least 10 feet away from me. I think
Okay.
I need to roll a thing for that.
So you can probably just use that as your action anyway.
Okay.
But because the dash action doubles your movement speed.
Right.
But everything's really close by, Cliff, so you probably wouldn't use your dash action there.
Okay.
The creature attack or shove, if you make at least 10, if you move at least 10 feet in a straight line immediately before taking this bonus action. Do you know what? I'll give you this. Okay, so you get a plus 5 bonus to the attack damage. If you choose to make a melee attack and hit, or push the target up to 10 feet away from you. So I will give you the 10 feet away if you want to do that.
Yeah, I shove it away, baby. Like, get out of me, yes.
Sure, so it moves 10 feet back.
Yeah. And
but you need to roll me. You need to roll me something for the shove.
yeah, just a roll 20, I guess.
I think it's the strength roll
Oh, okay. Good also.
because you get your +3.
That's this button, right?
Yeah.
What advantage that is. Which is because my rage that actually counts as well.
Yeah, because you get an advantage on ability rolls, so it is with advantage. So the creature moves back 10 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I then basically make a stance next to Leocorus to ready myself if he gets attacked, basically, to just try and take the blow instead. Hopefully, if that's
So you're standing in between the giant badger and Leocorus. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but basically trying to be defensive, basically.
Sure. Okay, Flint's turn. So he's got a badger on him. He's going to attack this small badger with his quarterstaff, two-handed, being inspired by what he's seeing Flint Plum do with the quarterstaff. He's going to whack the badger on his head and miss the badger completely.
Quarterstaffs are great weapons.
Leocorus. So you got... basically, this is kind of how you've been, basically. The giant badger came out of nowhere, kind of grabbed onto you. You went down, you blacked out, and then all of a sudden you felt this warm feeling as the life came back into you. You opened your eyes, and now you're prone on the ground. You see Cliff standing between you and another giant badger, and you've got badger corpses all around you. The rest of the party is kind of encircled around you at this point.
I'm immortal. Half my movement to stand.
Half your movement to stand, correct?
Okay.
You've only got 15 feet of movement anyway, but...
Is there a badger immediately within range, like that I can hit with a scimitar? Or is the party pretty much in between me and all of them?
I think the party's probably in between you and all of them, but you can sidestep in to the one... to what so there's like small badgers kind of all around, so I will give you your attack roll actually. I think you could probably like slice away.
Okay, does Cliff have one right in front of him?
Nope,
Not
mine is
anymore,
shoved
no,
away.
but there is one very close to Cliff.
Okay, I'm going to take a swing at the one that is close to Cliff.
Sure. Oh wait, no,
Assuming
Cliff, no, you didn't kill that. No, it's fine. Yeah,
No, I
Take a
didn't
swing.
kill any badger at the moment.
yeah,
okay. Where's...
with your scimitar.
I swear I wrote that down.
So did I. Hold on, let me have a look. It was a 1d20 minus 1. No, it's your dex for a scimitar. Or was it a strength?
I believe it's strength. I don't think it's a light weapon.
A scimitar. So a scimitar is a short sword.
Okay, so is that dex or strength?
You have a... So it's one... So on the character sheet here, you've got... 1d6 minus 1, so it must be dex.
Okay.
So let's say it'd be minus 4.
My strength is a -1, if I can find the right window.
Good thing I muted.
20 -1 for my attack.
So that's a 9.
Nice.
So yeah, you kind of slice away, but you kind of hit thin air kind of thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of my turn.
Yep, that's the end of your turn. Okay, so Plum, your turn. So you have Leochorus kind of standing behind you. You've got a small badger at your heels trying to nip at you. And Cliff has just shoved the last remaining giant badger quite far away.
Giant badger?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
They're about your height, Cliff.
Yeah, but I thought I was attacked by a small badger.
Yeah,
That one,
you've got a small badger next to you as well. A normal sized badger. There's two.
Yeah, but I shoved a small badger that attacked me away.
I thought you shoved the giant badger that was attacking Leochorus.
No, that one died. That one is dead.
Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you've shoved one of the badgers away. It doesn't. I'm gonna say for the sake of it, it was the giant badger because that's kind of what I saw in my head. That you pushed that one away and then you've stood in between you and Leochorus. There's still a tiny badger at your feet.
What I want to do,
You will not take him! Ah!
or
you
what I
have
want to
passion
try
in
to
me.
do,
Sure.
is I want to take my quarterstaff, whack one of the small ones into the big one,
Roll me the attack.
like hockey.
Roll me the attack roll.
Wait, is that the right one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right one. Roll me the damage. Okay. And now roll me a strength.
Fuck you. Boop.
That's a
Wait, is that the
save.
right one?
No, yeah.
Sorry.
So it'd be
This one.
Yeah. Okay, so you're able to swing your quarterstaff. You're able to kill one of the badgers, the small badger that's at your foot, and it kind of like flops down to the ground. It doesn't quite do everything that you wanted to do, but it does drop down dead.
Okay. Damn it.
So there are 3 regular-sized badgers left and 1 giant badger. Just so everyone's aware. Drake, one
I'll be
of
back in 30
the...
seconds.
You've got a regular-sized badger at your feet.
And so, how far away is the big one now?
The big
Can I
one
see
has
it?
been moved out of your area of attack.
All right. I'll frostbite the little one then.
Sure.
So you need to make your save.
Okay. So that's a Constitution save.
Yeah, DC 13.
Sure.
Nope.
So
Takes 1 cold damage.
takes 1 cold damage. Sure. Do you want to do anything else?
I want to do more damage.
Fortunately, I can't help you there.
No.
Okay.
So frostbite's not a bonus.
It's a
or-
cantrip.
Oh, darn.
I kind of figured it's the start of a new day. I don't want to burn through all my
Yeah.
spells right at the start
No, let's not.
on badgers. I'll give it a stern look and a kick some dust at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, either way, like it does actually. It does look quite wounded. Okay, so the giant badger is left. He's got 2 HP. He got shoved by Cliff. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. What I envisioned when you were explaining it, Cliff. So the giant badger got shoved away. It now comes back towards you, and it's going to attack you twice over. So it's got multi-attack here. So the first attack will again be the bite. So that's for 20. And the damage is 5 piercing, but with your resistance, so it's actually only 2 piercing.
Oh no! Help!
And then it's going to claw at you as well, which is the 6,
Okay.
which doesn't hit.
Ah.
Okay. So that's its turn. It's now right next to you again. The other small badger that was biting at your feet is going to attack you as well, Cliff. Actually, wait, no, we did Drax first, so we'll do Drax. Oops, that's the wrong button. That is the wrong button. I meant the bite. So that's 14 Drax.
It's gonna hit. Yep.
So that's 1 piercing damage. The one at Flint is going to bite. 17, that's 1 piercing damage for Flint.
No.
Flint's not looking good, by the way. And finally on you here, Cliff.
Did he?
11.
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, what damage has Flint taken besides just little bites?
I'm not sure. He took... Oh, he got
Did he not
swiped
do
at.
the long rest?
No, he got swiped at by the
Big
first... The badger, badger that bit
right.
into Leocorus, then immediately swiped at him and
That's
did a lot
right.
of damage.
Yeah, the second claw attack. Yeah.
He's at half
Um,
HP right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, not quite half. He's above half. But still. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Cliff, your turn.
I take my warhammer and do a double-handed attack on the big one.
Sure, go for it.
And I don't know if the big one is near the small one that's near me.
What are you trying to do? Tell me what you're trying to do first.
I've seen what Plum tried to do with her quarterstaff, and I'm also trying to do that with the warhammer now. Trying to, in this case, lob the big one at the small one.
Okay.
Oh God.
So roll
it's
me.
as big as us.
Mini golf.
First off, roll me the attack roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Roll me the damage.
Sure. 9.
And now roll me a strength.
Okay. Boop.
You've got your advantage as well, so that was the 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, so this time with the warhammer, you are able to swipe at his head. The head literally gets decapitated from the body. The body falls down flat. The head then flies over to this small badger, and that badger also gets killed.
Nice.
Yes. I look at Plum and I want to high five her. Basically.
There's two small badgers
yeah.
left. And your giant badgers are both down, dead. Okay. Flint is going to attack his small badger with his two-handed quarterstaff. Actually, no, he's going to go back to his vicious mockery, and he's just going to say, "Stupid badger, you trying to bite at me?" Like, look at it menacingly, point his finger, and that badger will just bleed from its nose and fall and probably die. Wait, let me do the wisdom saving throw first. Oh yeah, definitely dies. like his head just explodes kind of thing. You get badger gore going everywhere. Leochorus, there is, I believe, one badger left. And that is at Plum's feet.
I want to like look at Leo and give him that it's your time, like a nod to him, like this is your chance. Do your thing.
I do the thing.
The thing happens.
Okay.
And then
As soon as I find the right window again, because. There. 20 minus 1 attack.
Oh no.
Yeah, you miss. You hit the ground.
I catch dirt.
Yeah, you catch dirt. If you'd
Some
have
of that
rolled
dirt
a nat
goes into
1 on the
badger's
d20,
eye and-
if you'd have rolled a nat 1 on the d20, you probably would have hit Plum, but you didn't. So
Oh, thank God.
yeah. Plum.
I see this happening and I face palm and I'm like, we're gonna work on your combat skills, kid. We're gonna work on them, all right? And I take my quarterstaff and I'm just gonna whack 'em all, you know, like
Whack 'em
straight
all.
up
Roll
from
me-
like the arcade.
Roll me
Whack 'em all.
14 and roll me the damage. And yep, like you bludgeon his head, like this badger's head in, and like it just collapses down on the ground. It's dead. You're now out of initiative.
yay.
So, it is. Let me just clear up this mess that we've created. It is very early dawn. The badgers, corpses are now kind of scattered around you. You can kind of do what you want to do. Flint's probably going to say, "I need some more rest."
Yeah.
I'm going to cook up some badger then.
I was just gonna say, why doesn't the kid use his butchering skills? Get us some meat and we can eat.
I walk over to the kid. I'm like, "Hey, kid. I get the feeling that these other guys want to, and these other people want to have some nice dinner. Could you perhaps help us butcher the badgers for us?"
Give him a clean knife.
Yeah.
It's not use the same one on the orcs, right? On the goblins, right?
So basically, try and politely ask that in a way that it hopefully doesn't. Too
So
hard.
he looks at you and it's kind of okay, and y'all give him a knife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which doesn't pocket it.
And it's one of the badger corpses and starts working on it.
I guess.
Uh,
And
he-
I'm like,
he's
"Hey."
gonna make a roll. Let's see. What do you want? A survival to?
Yeah, so survival. Give me a survival. To see how well you skin the badger with no, just a straight survival. Yeah,
And
you're able to de-skin the badger fairly well.
And this is something else.
Okay.
And I will ask Leo Cords like, hey, can you show me how this is done? Kind of like curious.
Okay. He explains what he's doing as he's doing it.
Okay. And I'll
And
try
then
to
I have
follow
to-
along and show a bit of interest, basically.
Again, something else.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's a nat 1.
at some point, very shortly after he starts explaining, he kind of stops talking
Okay.
and just continues his work.
Oh no.
And I go, okay, this is fine, I guess. I don't know what to do. Cliff is like, I don't know what to do with this. And he just
He's like,
sits
yeah,
there.
you get the knife and you got to work it under, and you got to start working on the connective tissue. Trails off and
Yeah.
kind of mumbling to himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start hearing him hum again.
Okay.
What's that perception for, Janice?
Just to see if I noticed his weird behavior and
Yeah,
stuff.
you would have noticed it. So Buzz, if you want to like kind of explain a little bit more what's happening with Leo Chorus at this point, because Janice rolled quite a good perception.
Oh, he's very just focused on his work right now as he's cutting off this meat, and he's setting it off in a very organized kind of manner and cutting, like cuts off like a big chunk of like the muscle and starts cutting it into steak as he's humming. But he seems to be quite oblivious to everything else that's going on around him.
Right. So I'm just gonna, try to intervene and be like, hey, what's that little tune? I don't think I've heard of that before. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see what I get. I don't think that would help. All right. I'm gonna again snap. Hey, Leo. Snap out of it.
Sorry for this, because I have to do things to make it not be like that's the same roll.
Right.
That's a 20.
Whoa, Jesus.
And then he just looks up, it's like, yes?
You I noticed that you go in and out and you're quite focused on your work there. You I know it's kind of rough to talk about, but when you were working for those I think they were humans. They were humans, right?
Yeah, humans.
For that couple, did they teach you these skills?
He kind of looks down and is like, yeah, they made me. They said that if I
Right.
didn't do a good job, they would beat me.
Do you enjoy
And that we would all
working?
starve.
Do you enjoy doing this?
He has a hard time articulating his feelings about this.
Okay.
So he kind of is like, well, I don't like it when they said I did a bad job.
Well, you do a very good job. But I just want you to know you don't have to do it. If this makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to do it with us.
But you asked me to.
I know, and you're doing a great job. So that's why we asked you, because we noticed that you have a fine skill there. And I want to encourage good skills, but if you don't like doing it, I don't want you to do something you don't like. I just want
to
you
be
to know you have
helpful.
choices. You're very helpful, young lad. But, I just want to throw it out there. You don't have to do it. And just, I want you to make sure that you have choices now, and you don't necessarily have to do the things if you don't feel comfortable. But you're doing a good job. Good job. I'm going to take some of this meat and go cook it now, though.
He looks at you and he like smiles, and then like because it's like he hadn't been given choice very much, and
Yeah.
so he kind of takes this as like a thing, but he still wants to be helpful, so he continues on to cut the meat off of this corpse he's been working on, but he's not humming anymore.
Okay, so I'm going to let you all have a short rest as well, if you would like, because I feel like, obviously, you've just been in combat, you're having an extra rest after the long rest. The long rest was kind of like, it was completed, but you can use your hit points for your long rest, for your short rest, hit die for your short rest if you would like. It's entirely up to you, though. You don't have to. But yeah, basically an hour. So on the second level, you can regain some of your magical energy by sitting in meditation. Yeah, I think you can do that. So basically, you can choose expanded spell slots to recover. You can do that as well at a short rest.
Yep.
So yeah, if you did want to use, Drake's got his hit die. I've already done it for Flint. Yep. He healed himself all back up again. That's just kind of funny. But yeah, okay. So at the end of that, it's now just sunrise kind of thing. So it was dawn before. Now it's sunrise, where the sun has, it's came up. It's very early morning. You can spend 2 hours heading in this direction to get back onto kind of like the path there. I suppose actually it's like 2 hours to there and then 2 hours to there kind of thing. But if you want, it'd be 2 hours to get back to the path, and then probably another 2 hours to kind of like get to this point here, which is where you met Jakob.
Let's go.
It's kind of, if that's what you would like to do. Someone needs to roll a perception check, please.
Have Flint do it, since he hasn't rolled one.
I'm not doing it, because that's
Fine.
meta. I'll take the 4. So as you go, you're pretty sure that there are more badgers following you. You decide that who had points of exhaustion? They've gone now. So Flint had 1, and Drake, you had 1. So you've...
No, I think Cliff had 1 from something.
Cliff had 1 as well.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know.
Did you? I know Flint
marked
definitely
anywhere.
did. Drake, you did because you went down and then got back up.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Leo Chorus, you've probably got a point of extra exhaustion now as well. So that means disadvantage against ability checks.
Wait, I have it now, or
You do have it now, yeah, because you went down, you had to make a death saving throw, but then you've been healed and you've got back up. So you've got a point of exhaustion.
disadvantage against?
I think it's any ability check you've got a disadvantage against.
So skills, saves, all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, basically you're all as a group probably paranoid that these badgers are chasing you, because that was a big set, and you definitely didn't clear out the whole badgers. And after you finish kind of like eating your breakfast, you notice there was probably like some rustling in the forest and this, that, and the other. So like the last 2 hours, you've been trying to hurry and get away from where you just were. Roll me a perception check.
I will roll one. Yay!
Yep,
That's performance.
that's performance. You need perception.
This one. Yay, even better.
Should have kept my mouth shut.
I will give you the 8 plus the 2, right? So it's actually 10. So as you come to the clearing where you met Jacob before, the badgers have probably stopped following you at this point. You're not entirely sure, but yeah. So this, I don't know if you guys remember, this was where you met Jacob here. There was the old beggar woman who turned into a jackal. And
right.
Yes, so I think there was a small battle that went on here. I can't remember. I think it was like the jackals that came to attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
then we
jackals
easily
came,
defeated them
and then
because-
Drea had to cast the fireball.
Yeah, illegally casting
It was
the fireball
before, yeah,
before I
it was
realized
before
that it was.
You gave me the staff.
I did. You just like wiped out all of the enemies. To be fair, you've not used that staff at all, have you? Since then,
Saving it.
You're
Just wait,
saving
opportune moment.
so you do know that staff. So the staff has like spell slots, which gets recharged by 2 per long rest, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should have twigged natural recovery as well, because I could have used a couple of slot ones.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, you kind of enter this area. It is very quiet. For Buzz's sake, I'll kind of explain what this kind of feels like as you're walking in. So the path that you were following from the Dryad linked up to a main pathway that you were on before, Leo, and it kind of like goes into more kind of like a loosely covered area with trees and forest. There is rocky areas that you kind of like walk through, and it's kind of like creates this weird valley. So there's like two hilltops above you, quite high up, as you walk through this valley. As you get further into the path kind of like splits, it forks. So one continues going towards the east, and one goes towards the south. And yeah, kind of surrounding the path is like these bushes and trees and hedgerow and that sort of thing. So that was more for Buzz's sake. So what do you guys want to do while you're here?
Smell some flowers. No, I don't know what to do.
Well, we've got 2 choices really. I mean, we can either wait and see if we can. Well, we've got 3 choices. We can find out where Jacob went, or we can go confront one of the groups of guards. Keep moving.
I
Right.
think we just wait.
Well, do we have a? It was going to be here in like a couple of days or something.
Originally, he was supposed to be here today, but you
Right.
met with one
Cormy?
of Cormy, and he said he would extend it for an additional day, but they really couldn't wait any longer because they were all going to leave the camp.
Is there any chance that we can make it to that bottom guard camp and back in a day? That's pushing it, really, isn't it?
Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You could make it there. Today, you can make it to the god camp today by the end of the day. But then it would be morning. But then it would be like late evening if you wanted to do that. So you can make it there to the one that's closest, and then you can probably make it back before tomorrow. Not before tomorrow. Tomorrow you would make it back here tomorrow.
We'll just leave a note for Jakob and just be like, because I have like my secret training crap.
Sorry, that was my.
And I can just like leave a note for them hidden somewhere saying, "We'll be back. We're gonna go take care of one of the guard camps since they weren't here when we arrived."
So Flint starts scribbling this all down, and he's gonna leave it pinned to the tree over here because this was kind of like the signal tree, if I remember right.
Does Plum have a hidden message system with these people we don't hear?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, was that we
so you're hit because basically with the they've all gone into hiding, right? So Plum doesn't know where they are, and you've probably not been here before, Plum. The secret messaging system was all through the Jakob's apothecary, which has been burnt to a crisp. That was all in L. So all of your kind of like secret messaging system here, in this area, like you've probably not been able to do that.
Right, we don't have like the actual boxes, but like we have like systems in place. So like I feel like there would be like a general, like if he were to, if like we're a part of like this big group of people that have secrets and stuff, and I'm sure we run into situations like this a lot, where we could just like leave a general note per se, and hopefully they would look for it, type of a thing.
Like kind of like a lockbox.
Like because like we knew that this, like they know that this is the meeting place.
Yeah.
So
the way
we don't arrive back in time, maybe they would know to like well, let's look around to see if she was here, and they can like try to find it, type of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think I know what you mean. So this was, I believe, the thing that you had to set on fire to send the signal to Jakob to bring him.
Yeah.
I can't remember. So Flint is literally leaving a note there, but I mean, you can also leave notes if you want.
Okay.
Like Flint's just doing Flint things, he's drinking and just leaving a scribbled, scrawly, crappy note. Gone to kill guards, be back tomorrow, maybe, see ya, bye, love you, kiss, kiss.
Okay, we'll just leave it at that, I guess. Right, onwards to the cards, I guess.
Yeah, no, if you want to, we can carry on. Anyone else can kind of like do anything here as well. Like, I don't want to force the hand. Like, that's just what Flint is doing.
Can we?
Does Leo Chorus have a passive perception? I don't know if we ever figured that out.
We looked a bit ago, and I don't think you said a number, but you just figured out whatever it was. You said it wasn't on the sheet.
No, it's not on your sheet. Okay. I think I was going to do 12 for your passive perception, just so we're aware.
It's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a +2, so. No, I'm sorry, it's a
+1 maybe, then 11 I guess is your passive perception. What is everyone else's passive perception? I can never fucking remember. I think you've all got like 13.
I have 12.
12. Is it?
I also have 12.
You have 12. Yep, you have 12.
13.
13 for Drake. That's because your wisdom is +3, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And Flint's also got 13 as well. Okay. Yeah, so it would be 11. Sorry, Leo. That's your passive perception, because you've got +1 on wisdom. So it's 10 plus 1. Okay. Just so we're aware. Okay, cool. Yeah, is anyone else wanting to do anything here, or are we moving on?
No, that's it.
Okay, sure. So we go back to the Golden Lake region. If I could get you all to roll me a d20, please.
Sure. Boop. 9. 20.
I meant a perception check, but that's fine. I'm going to take the nat 20.
Oh, well.
Yeah, my bad. No, that was poor. That was poor communication for me. I'm going to take the nat 20. I'm going to take the nat 20. So, for the next tile, there's no one around in the vicinity. On the next 2 hexes, kind of in this direction here. In that direction, in particular, you can probably make out that there's some activity going on in that way, going up towards in that direction. That way is fairly clear. There's probably not much around. Empty all around behind you, kind of thing. There's nobody on these trails. It's also kind of important to note that pretty much a lot of the time that you've been on the trails in Ransom Woods, you've hardly seen anyone or heard anyone at all. This is apart from wildlife and goblins and things like that. There's not much happening, but there's definitely activity going on up in that direction there. Something is happening, but you're not entirely sure where.
Is it clanging of metals, or can we discern anything about the activity?
You could probably hear a fire, crackling in the distance, or something civilization, some form of civilization, but it's in that general direction. It doesn't necessarily mean if you head in that direction you're going to find it, but there's definitely something there. Okay, so we carrying on.
I guess so.
Yeah, sure. Which way are we going? We got carrying on down the path?
Well, the goal was to deal with the guards, wasn't it? If we could.
That's right. Okay.
Feel horrendously under-prepped for doing this, but let's do it.
So you move along again. Roll me a perception check, someone, please.
I already rolled one earlier. 9.
I think everyone's
15.
rolled one now. 15. Yep. So you're no longer really aware of the activity that was happening towards the north of you. They're probably still there, but you're not 100% sure. There's nothing else that's really happening on this footpath. Would you like to carry on?
Yeah.
Sure. So it's now midday. So roll me a perception check, please.
7.
Okay, so that activity that you've noticed to the north, about an hour ago, completely went silent. You lost all track of it, or you don't know whether they moved or whether it kind of was in that area, but it's gone. You're pretty sure, though, that there are people ahead, but you're not sure who. You can't quite determine it. And you're probably thinking it's going to be wise to get off of the track now. At some point, you need to step off the track because there's something happening. So what do you guys want to do?
We'll start to get off, and then we're really, really close, or not really close.
You're getting very close now. You're within an hour's.
Can I scout ahead?
Would you like to split from the party?
Yeah, I will agree to scout ahead with I'll cast where are you? I was reading too much shit. Nope. Do it. That.
Okay, so this is up to an hour. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or trace of its passage. Perfect. Okay, so who's going with Janice, or is Janice going alone?
I could go.
I don't want you, dwarf.
I suppose I could go. I mean, I can maybe change into an animal again and hopefully not arouse suspicion like last time.
Flint's going to pipe up. Don't leave me alone with the dwarf.
Oh my god. Are we all going? Let's just all go.
Yes. I'll be invisible.
Because I don't trust Flint and the dwarf alone by themselves. I would want. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I guess I'm masking out all of us,
Okay.
and we're going to just sneak a sneak.
Oh, I'm being asked out after Valentine's Day. Badum.
Masked
Crickets.
out,
Oh,
not
mask.
ass.
Oh, okay.
That was bad. Okay, so I shall.
I have to step away for a few minutes. I'll be back after a minute or 3.
Sure. Okay, so
Sneaky,
as a party,
sneaky.
you are sneaky. Can I have a stealth check, please, from Plum? And you get to have your plus 10 onto that as well. So that's 30 stealth. Yeah, you're absolutely, like, for the first time ever, magically. Ever. Like, this is a magical thing that Plum has been able to do. Like, you've gone, like, pretty much invisible. Almost. And actually, you come off of the path. You decide to come off of the path here. And you kind of enter towards a fork in the road. It's actually a crossroads. It's not something that you were expecting, because on the map it says it kind of looks like there's a fork of 2 trails. The trail that you're on continues on, but you have found in the past that this is not quite an accurate map.
Right.
Awesome.
So you see in the distance here a little encampment. You're coming up behind basically you're coming into the trees here. You're all covered by magical beings. Right at the crossroad that you can see, there are 2 guards. They're standing watching, like, to attention kind of thing, very much like the passing of the guards. The guards would, when they were kind of protecting the royal buildings out in Mariam. There is a tent-like device that has been put up here, and you can hear noises from there. There's potentially more guards behind there, and I don't know whether you've got the line of sight. Yeah, you can probably see these 2 over here as well. So there's more guards that kind of like sat at like this dying tree here that doesn't have any branches or anything on.
That's
And whoops, there's also a badger just over there. And you can see that as well. Yep, and there's the badger there.
Apparently.
Because I left it on the map by mistake. Meant to delete it.
Yay!
But yep, there's a badger there.
We'll just say because of our experience, we're a little bit keen to those. There's a little fucker right there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. By the way, Janus and Discount, before we go any further, you can now transform into a giant badger if you would like. I shall put this thing in your player handbook stuff
Excellent.
with your beast shape. So you should have the giant badger in your inventory now, I believe. So if you have a look, you should... Oh, maybe not. Yep. Plum, actually, I missed yours. Sorry. Let me put yours in, Plum. So you have...
Plum's badger.
You already had Plum's badger, now you've got Plum's giant badger.
Nice. Sorry, it just sounds funny.
So there you go. You can pull those out whenever you use your beast shapes, just so you're aware.
Pull out your badger.
Just pull out
exactly.
your
Yeah,
badger.
just pull it out casually. Like
I'm really surprised you did not take advantage of the cat.
The cat?
Of renaming that.
Oh. Yeah, I can't. Because whenever you do any rolls with that, it's going to come up as Plum's pussy, which is...
No.
There is a line somewhere.
There's a line. We gotta...
Probably crossed it a few times.
Oh, absolutely. Okie doke. So, so that's kind of what you can see. They are oblivious to you. However, what I am going to say, it took you about nearly an hour to get to where you are. So your casting is about to run out.
Okay.
For your spell, Pass Without a Trace.
Anybody else want to see,
Just to catch up, we're looking at guards.
Yeah, so you're looking at guards. They're all human. But yeah.
How many?
The 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can see. There's potentially 2 more. So approximately 6, maybe more.
So Leo's like, I might be able to put some of them to sleep.
Wait, what? What?
Should I try and sell them some wood?
No.
I could
That can't
sell them
happen.
500 logs.
That can't. They're not even trying to chop down one.
No, but I could sell them.
Oh my god.
They could perhaps use logs here to set up a cabin.
Guys, my spell is running out. We need to switch up that. Wait, go back to what Leo was saying. You can put them to sleep?
Yeah,
What?
I can try. It's what I used to do, is put them to sleep. It doesn't work on everybody, but I can get some of them.
Okay, you can try to put them to sleep, and then I want you to hide. I don't want you to get hurt. So, sleep, then run and hide.
Okay, Womble, do you want to bring up the sleep spell?
Yeah, hold on. Let me have a look for you.
I remember I roll a certain number of d8, and then it's hit points.
Yes.
Starting with the lowest, and there's the range.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, 90 feet. So you can probably... Yeah, they're probably within range. So it's creatures within 20 feet of the point you choose within range. I see. Okay, so for the sleep here, I'm going to put it in the chat for anyone that wants to read that.
Nice, cool. Thank you.
So this is basically what you're able to do. So they are these in the center, kind of on the crossroads, the guards that are the most alert. You could get them because they're kind of like within view. And you can't reach the ones that are kind of slumped by the trees, right? So the guards that you would be aiming at, Buzz, are standing to attention. You cannot see the guards that you perceive inside the tent, but you're aware that they're there, so you can't cast it on them. However, potentially you could do, I don't know, what's the
middle.
distance between them? Oh, no, you can't get all 4, unfortunately. So you can only get 2 of the guards.
And doesn't really say that they should be visible, though. I think.
I think I have to see the point.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Yeah, you have to be
creatures
able to see
within
where to launch
20
it.
feet of a point you choose. So you could cast it at the... Yeah, you're right. You could cast it at the hut and try and knock them out. You're not sure how many are in there, but there's at least 2. So you can try and cast it there, or you can attack, or you can cast it at the guards that are alert in the center of the road.
He looks to Plum for guidance. He's like, I can do this or this or this.
Potentially. Like, from what we can see, from the guards standing attention, what kind of weapons can we see?
Those 2 have spears.
Interesting. I personally think we should take out those 2. We know, spears can be launched at us and stuff. We could luck out and take out more people in the tent, but what if, does it say any kind of disadvantage? Because he's not launching it into the tent, right? So
No, it would just affect them. So anyone that's in that tent, if he cast it on the tent, it would affect them. And I'll kind of make a determination of, in ascending order, if of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures, right? So this doesn't affect unconscious creatures. So if there's an unconscious creatures inside that tent, so I'll kind of decide who gets it, and I'll be fair with it.
Okay, cool.
Because you've got to roll the 5d8 first. And they only fall asleep if their HP is lower than the roll or something like that. Then you take their HP off of that roll, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. It kind of chains across.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I don't have enough HP.
Yep.
Cool. I say the spears, guys.
Spear guys. Okay, here's 5d8, you say?
5d8. So both of them kind of are standing with their spears like this ready, and then they just start drooping, and they both very slowly just fall asleep in a clump there. The moment that happens, you hear voices kind of from the tree's direction, looking basically the ones that are kind of sat down next to the tree, and they say, "What's happened to them? What's happened to them? I don't know, some trickery or something." And they kind of start walking over, they're running over kind of thing. The 3 bodies appear next to these now completely asleep guards, and they're very confused and baffled. They are going to... Okay, they did a roll as a group, and they're looking around, and they're trying to figure out where what is happening and who's done this.
I could do it again.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna do it again. Okay, roll me before we go. Let's get the initiative turn order rolled up, because they're very close to...
I forgot to...
You forgot to do your what's it as well.
Yeah.
Right, let me do...
Yay!
Let me do Flint first. So yeah, roll your initiative for me. Plum's got the 22 there. 14 for Leo. Let me add you
I'm
onto
really
the what's
rolling
it?
well this time.
14,
And
I know. It's all been, like, useless.
Yep. Except for the.
I'm going to say that you've got an opportunity attack here. So you're going to all get a roll of attack because these guys are not aware of where you are.
Right.
So you've all got a roll of opportunity attack here, which is pretty good. Okay, so this is that guard, that guard, that guard. Why do I not have their character sheets up? Apologies for the stream. That's that. We want this one next. Oh, I'm missing a character sheet. Is it my archived? It's probably in my archived. There it is. Oh, but where did that go? Oh, it's there. Okay, sorry. Little bit of annoyance happening here. It's very difficult to kind of like juggle all so many. Oh, that was a nap.
It's initiative.
All right, now I do have to step in and wait for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and make this roll now so you can just have it when it's his turn to do whatever.
Sure.
So, but I'll be back in.
To be fair, like
minutes.
your role is now quite far down the turn order, so you might be.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's my 5d8 whenever he gets to it. But
Sure.
I'll be back after a few minutes. Maybe as much as 10, just depending on how long I get held up.
Well, you're all gonna get a round of opportunity on these guys anyway, so I just want to get everything right. What, Drake? What is your dexterity? +2?
Two, I think. Yeah.
Cliff, what's your dexterity? Cliff? Animal? He's completely oblivious. Animal!
Does he not?
I don't think he can hear. Can he hear? Hello?
Hello?
What?
What's your dexterity?
Oh. I was a bit distracted, sorry.
Yes, you think?
My dexterity is 12.
Yours is 12. Okay, so he goes ahead of you in the turn order, and I think everyone else's is right. Okay, so opportunity attack. Attack of opportunity. So Plum, your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay.
They're all kind of like in a group at the moment.
Right.
2 of them are asleep.
2 of them are asleep. Will a web... Let me just put that in there. Will that wake them up? Because I know that
It's damage will. This doesn't cause damage though, does it?
I don't think it does.
No.
It just,
so, yeah.
unless something gets fire in them, then it will, but...
Spell save it is 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got to roll. Well, the ones that are asleep are tangled in the
Or
webs.
they're stuck. Yeah,
they're stuck
for
regardless. So this is dexterity. Saving throw. 16,
I
so
do
he
have
makes
to
it.
move up, though, a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, if you want to do your movement first before you cast
I'm
that.
going to do my movement first, because otherwise I won't be able to cast it. Let me use the right fucking tool.
You
I
are
will
gonna.
move
By the way,
here.
you are also gonna come out of.
Right.
But
Right.
this is also concentration, so if you get damaged, the web gets destroyed.
Right.
So you're all visible.
This is going to be a nasty combo.
Huh?
And this is going to be a nasty combo. So I already sort of picked out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is just going to
I was hoping.
like, really kill him.
I was hoping. Okay, good. Excellent. Yeah.
I think you guys
moving
work
out
quite
of
well
it.
together at the
Web.
moment. Yep.
I web them.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they're all nice in group, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay, so you do your Spider-Man. You're now completely and utterly visible as well, by the way. Okay, cool. So it is not the god's turn yet. It is Drake's turn.
I'm gonna
Oh wait, no,
cast
hold on.
Spike
I need to do my dexterity. So that was 16. So he's not webbed. There is a guard here that needs his dexterity. So that's 11. He is webbed. I need to put markers on who gets what. Do that one. That one. Just gonna zoom in the stream a little bit as well. This guy as well needs to do his dexterity. 13, so he is fine, and he's asleep. There's 2 that are asleep. So web, and then I need like a symbol for asleep. And why is there not a ZZZ? Oh, that one maybe. That one's asleep, right? Do those symbols look like they're asleep? I don't know. The stream can't really see them. I can't really see them unless I zoom right in. But
yeah,
that's good enough.
It's good. It's good enough for me, right? Like there are symbols there, and I can remember. Right, Drake, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Spike Growth. So it doesn't wake the ones that are sleeping. Obviously, they can see it because they're within range of it and they see it happening. So you don't need to worry about it being disguised. But effectively, out of the ground, there's like lots of like little vines, thorny vines that start to grow up within a 20-foot radius. Centered in the middle of them. Yeah, fun times.
Difficult
They're fine
terrain.
as long as they don't move.
Okay, so wait, this is an interesting combo. I like this. So basically, this guy here, he's stuck in the web, so he can't move, right? Mm-hmm. There's already difficult terrain from the webs. And now there's like spike growth that is grabbing on. So I'm not going to do the dex save for, or is it perception? Any creature that can't see the area at the time is...
I think they're in it so they can see it growing as it happens. They don't need to worry about that. So it's not camouflaged.
Okay.
But for every 5 feet they move, they're going to take 2d4 piercing damage.
2d4. Oh.
And obviously, it's in the center, so they're going to take at least, 10, 15 feet to get out.
So what is this? So... do I need to make a save then? No. So it's just happening to those 3, isn't it? So if they move, they have to take their... what is it? 2d4?
2d4 for every 5
feet. Yeah. So
until they're out of the area,
and which
is obviously difficult terrain as well.
Yeah. So that is, I'm going to say that is kind of the spikes that go around there, if that makes sense. We'll say that. That's the spikes. That's the web.
Easy enough.
Yep. Happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay. It is not the cultist. It is Flint's turn. Flint. I'm going to have a look at see what he's got in his spells, because I cannot remember. Oh,
Does
no.
he have a little mass group one?
Oh, I mean, this is obvious what he's going to do. He actually does need to move, though. Yeah, so he's going to move by the side of this rock here now. And 25. Oh, maybe he's a little bit closer. Maybe he's here then. And he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy that's still awake there. And he's going to cast it at level 1. So this is wisdom saving throw. I believe this also makes him want to run in the opposite direction. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. This is perfect. This actually works really well.
The creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground. Such as
Oh,
fire or
right. Yeah. So he wouldn't move in the obvious dangerous ground then. Okay. Well, either way, he's still gonna cast it.
Yeah.
So the bandit needs to take wisdom saving throw, which is a 12. So he takes the full 12 psychic damage and immediately screams, "Ah!" And his blood comes out of his ears, out of his nose, out of his eyes, and then just falls down. And he is out. He's dead.
Nice.
One down. Haha.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you guys have this, I think. This is not going to be a challenge. You guys set this up well. So he's dead. And that's the end of Flint's turn. So, Leochorus. Is Buzz still here?
Probably do.
He
Shut
must
the
No,
thing.
okay, so he does, he's gonna probably stay where he is, because he was told to stick in the shadows, and he's gonna do that roll. What was the roll for the sleep? Where is it?
There it is.
17. So, yeah, it's just the guy that's webbed that falls asleep. The one that's stuck in the webs. The other one there does not. So he is now also asleep.
The guy is just surrounded and stuck.
So there's one guy left in that entire web. The 3 of them are asleep. Okay, that's the end of Leochorus's. He's dead. Your turn, Cliff.
In the meantime, Cliff has been looking around like, are we doing magic now? Is that what we're doing? And he's like, I can't do magic, he thinks to himself. And he's like, okay, this is what we do now, I guess. And he just sits down and he doesn't know what to do. He's like, what do I do now? He yells, and he just sits down.
Okay.
Are you
Kind
gonna
of
save
needed of,
your action, or
He doesn't feel useful anymore. In this battle, at least.
okay? So he's just sitting down and doing nothing. Sure. Are you gonna ready an action, or are you just not?
No, I'm just like, if anyone wants anything from me, I'm happy to help. But Cliff doesn't know, basically.
Okay.
Cliff's like, just yell if you need me. And
You could have just charged straight into there, but okay.
oh,
It's fine. We just laid out all these bowling pins for you. It's fine.
To be fair, I don't think his
I
movement
know.
can.
Please don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. I was joking.
You could at least stand guard, next
Make
to the
it
soft,
here.
squidgy targets.
Can make it to here. This is where you could get to if you do your dash.
could do. Hold on.
I have returned. I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, you did your sleep thing, and one of them fell asleep. Another one. One of them has been killed by Kath's Flint.
Oh, my speed is 25.
Mm-hmm.
With a dash that becomes double or whatever.
50. Yeah.
50. Okay.
So you can dash to here, but yeah, there isn't much
I have a total spirit of the elk. While you're raging and aren't wearing heavy armor, your walking speed increases by 15 feet. The spirit of the elk makes you extraordinarily swift. So I turn into a rage. I'm like, okay, let's charge! And I charge at the tent, basically.
So you get an extra 15.
Yeah, so 65 in total then.
So
for a
65.
dash.
So you can actually get it all the way right to the tent here.
Okay, so I charge over here, and with the charger I have, while you use your action to dash, you can use a bonus action to make a 1 melee weapon attack.
Yep.
So I try to attack.
So as you kind of like come around this corner, you can see these two like kind of standing outside the tent. They're like completely baffled. They don't know what's happening, and you've got 10 foot of movement if you want to attack one of them.
Left to go, or?
Yeah. No, I mean you can use your action to use your dash, and you've got 10 feet. You've got the 10 feet charge up, which you can do.
Okay. So, oh, you mean like push or whatever?
Yeah, or you can use your attack. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll attack, basically.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
And it also says if you move at least 10 feet in a straight line immediately before taking this bonus action, you either gain a +5 bonus on the attack's damage roll if you choose to make a melee attack and hit.
Go on then.
That's the thing I'm gonna
So you get that +5 for the damage. Okay, so roll me an attack roll.
Yeah, 14.
You're hitting that guard there. Hold on, I need to pull up his...
Yeah,
so you do all of this. This is actually very impressive. Nobody has seen Cliff move this fast before, but he just went full pelt. Whatever. Has his warhammer out. He's yelling. He's screaming. He comes up to the tent. He sees one of the guards and misses. Like completely just miss. You just swing and a miss.
I think I just hit the tent and
yeah, you can hit the tent, you can do whatever. You don't have any like disadvantage on any of this or whatever, but you've swung and you've missed.
Yeah.
Good try though. That was good. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot that you had that dash bonus thing. Okay, so it is Plum's turn. We're back to the top of the order.
All right. Well, let's see here. How far can I move? Can I? Oh God, that's far away.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
you're still quite far away from the action.
Yeah. I want to start. I don't know how this is going to play out.
I'm so far away from the crew.
To be fair, you are the tank, so this is good.
I have 40 health still, so I should be fine. But
I'm going to just move up here and past this thing, and
that's your bonus action. Yep.
Take out my quarterstaff and ready up and attack if somehow something moves towards me, but that's all I can do since I can't get close and I don't want to use
Well, you can use your action to enable a dash to move closer if you wanted to. But then you can't. But then you can't ready up your action. You can't save your action for that.
Well, I'll just do it as I said. It's fine.
Okay. Sure.
No one's going anywhere from that group. It'll be fine.
So the guard right next to you, Cliff, turns around, sees you just appear out of nowhere, is absolutely baffled and startled, but he has his spear at hand. He brings it round to you and like pretty much attacks. Did you say you did reckless? You didn't, so that's fine. So no, 13.
No. 13 hits. 13 is armor class. 13 is my armor class.
So he does 4 piercing damage, but you've got your rage, so it's 2.
Yay.
So 2 damage. That is the end of his turn. Drake, your turn.
I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd probably do something similar to. Well, no, actually, I'll move up. I'll move up, stand next to Plum, and how are we doing? 50. Ooh. I don't think I got the range for anything at the minute. No, I'll do the same as
that's
Plum.
what I was
I'll
thinking.
ready my spear. If anything comes towards me, I'll spear it, basically.
Okay, sure. So
Or Plum.
it is now the
In range.
the guy the only one that's kind of like dodged the webs, hasn't fallen asleep, and he's got like all these thorn rocky terrain around you, and he's gonna like try and move. So first off, he's gonna try and move away from the webs. I think because he's already succeeded, he can move through the webs. Can he? It's you only have to redo the roll if he ends his turn. Is that right? In the webs?
They count as difficult terrain. Across the floor ceiling.
Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters it during its turn must take a dexterity saving throw.
So he needs to do another dex saving throw then.
Has to be 12.
12? He managed to dodge the webs when they appeared, but he's now completely, utterly, 100% stuck in the webs. So he cannot move. So yeah, he's also trapped. And that's pretty much it. He's going to ready up an action though, which I'm not going to tell you what the conditions are, but he has readied up an action.
Okay.
Flint's turn. So Flint is going to move to here. And what's the bardic inspiration? Is the bardic inspiration a bonus to use that? I can never remember.
Plus D4 for.
Yeah, but is it a bonus action you can use to give the bardic inspiration?
I don't remember for sure.
I don't remember either.
I want to say
you can use a bonus action on your turn to choose one creature other than yourself within a 60 feet of you who can hear you. Sure. He's going to dash then with his action, which will then move him up to here. And he's going to yell at Cliff. He's going to say, "Go on, knock out, you stupid dwarf. You need to knock him out. Don't miss this time." And he gives you bardic inspiration, Cliff. He's not here. Someone remind him when he is here. That gives him an additional inspiration die of a d6, which will last 10 minutes, and he can use that on a saving throw, an ability check, or an attack roll. You cannot use it on damage, I believe. But he has to declare it before he's using it. So somebody remind him. That guard is still asleep and webbed up. That guard is still asleep and webbed up. Leochorus, your turn. Okay, so this is what has happened, Buzz. Because I realized you kind of like dipped out for a second. You cast sleep on 2 of the guards. They fell to sleep. 3 of them came running in. You then saw Plum jump out, basically Spider-Man web them up. The remaining 3 guards. 2 of them managed to dodge the web. One of them was caught up. Then Drake cast like this thorny thing from the ground. He kind of stepped forward and like thorns grew and like everywhere around them is like difficult terrain now. And then you cast sleep again and 1 more of those guards fell asleep. One of them was killed by Flint because he dissonant whispered, like basically his head exploded because Flint is ridiculous sometimes. His head exploded, which leaves 1 awake, currently trapped in webbing inside this webbed, thorny, horrible area. Stuck. Those are the ones that you can kind of see. You are quite a way away from the action. You're like 75 feet away from the action. Plum and Drake are about 50 foot away from you now. You didn't move last time.
Okay, so I cannot see the cliff. And disengagement.
You can't see Cliff anymore. Cliff kind of ran off and is on the other side of the tent.
Okay.
But you can see Flint. But he's quite far away from you now as well. He's, I would say, about 80 feet away.
Okay. Can I? If I like circle some? Can I get a view on Cliff or?
So what? You've got 15 feet of movement. Yeah, you probably can. Like if you stepped a little bit out of your hiding spot, you could probably get a line of sight on Cliff himself, but you can't see who he's fighting.
Okay. I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna move and maybe next turn continue to move until I can see somebody else. Because guy that's in webbing seems like he's pretty much occupied.
Sure. Are you going to use your action to dash to move a little bit further, or?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So you can now actually see from the position you're in the guard that Cliff is fighting, and the guy that's webbed up, but pretty much, right. And then all these sleep guards. But yeah, you can't use your action now. You are, just for reference, for distance, you're about 20 feet behind Draic and Plum, who are in front of you.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, I don't think I have any bonus action spells or anything.
I don't think so. No, I think that's
message of minor illusion. These are both actions.
Yes. Actually, message might be a bonus. I can't remember. I don't have it at hand right now, so I could be wrong. Hey, Fox.
I'm close to bringing it up. Hi, Fox.
So yeah, that could be.
I've got it right here coming up. I can pull it up. See if it shows me just real quick.
Okay.
Well, I pulled it up, but it's...
There's a character in Hogwarts that sounds just like you. I have not played that game yet.
So good. It's so good.
Is it? Good. I've heard a lot of people are trying to boycott it, and it's like, why? It's a video game. Please don't.
Yeah, we can discuss that after stream.
We can discuss that after stream. Absolutely.
Rabbit hole.
Oh, I see why I misspelled it. Massage. No, it's still. Oh,
it is an action, yes.
It is okay, yeah. So that's pretty much my action.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that brings us on to Cliff. You are fighting a guard who has a spear. He sliced you for like nothing.
And I told him about Flint, but you can explain it further.
Yeah, so you have Bardic Inspiration, Cliff. Flint gave you Bardic Inspiration, so that is an additional 1d6 to an attack roll, an ability check, or something else, and I can't remember what it is.
So not the damage, but the...
Not the damage, roll. But you can do the attack roll. But you've got to declare it before you roll it. You can't roll it in hindsight.
So
Wisdom.
I immediately use it, basically.
Yeah, sure, on your attack roll. So roll me an attack plus 1d6.
Yeah. Let's see. That is... Let's see. This. And then, yeah. R/1d6. Oop. So,
yeah, so that's 18. Yeah, so roll damage.
No.
13. Sure, how do you want to do it?
I bash him in the head. I'm like,
You've killed many of these guards
this is my
before.
magic spell! Ah!
His head just goes like it's gone. And he dies right there. Like, it's brutal and horrible and awful. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That leaves, it is now the guard's turn. He is asleep, so he skips his turn. And it's this guy who is now surrounded by you and Flint. He pulls out a short bow. For some reason, he didn't attack last time, but he was probably, yeah. He pulls out a light crossbow and fires it at you, Cliff, for the 10, and just goes flying straight past you. He then like looks around, realizes he's surrounded, and runs. Absolutely point blank, turns tail, just heads out in this kind of a direction.
Bye!
Like, he just goes. He's just booking it.
And the Cliff is just like, bye! Da-da!
Plum, your turn.
All right. Let's see here. Look at this. Let's see how far I can move. I still can't move very far. I think it's 25 feet. Yeah, 25. Let me move here, because that's 25. And I should be able to... the one time I can finally use my thorn whip.
Yeah, and you don't
Like,
have it
I
anymore.
want him to be closer to me. Let's see here. How far is this? 60 feet.
You got anything fiery for the webs?
No, I don't have anything fiery, but I'm gonna throw an ice knife at the guy that's trying to escape.
Yep, sure. Roll me
Sounds like a
the
plan.
ice knife. Roll me the attack roll, please.
Hello? You want to do it?
Did it not
There we go.
work?
Jesus.
There we go. So that is a 9. So, as usual, your ice knife just goes and you miss, basically. It goes like flying straight past him, like in that direction, and it just kind of like shatters in near the pond. Maybe part of the pond freezes over a little bit, but you've missed, unfortunately.
I guess
It's the new
badger
quarterstaff.
I guess the badger then acts surprised.
The badger, yeah, maybe. But no, it's not within
Runs
range of
off.
the badger. You didn't kill the badger.
No, but the badger notices that and might run off or whatever. I guess, I don't know.
That badger over there. That's the one he's talking about. Yeah, probably. Like, the badger like looks up and like sees half of his pond like freeze over, and it's like, okay, whatever, and completely ignores and blanks you. Okay, so it is now. That guard is dead, so he's out. Drake's turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to come over and flambe
Monday.
everybody in the.
Okay, right. How are
In
we
the
doing
pits.
this? How is this going to work?
Well, I'll use burning hands.
That is range 12.
So 15 foot.
Yeah, perfect.
So I should be able to get some of them, and then hopefully the webs do the rest.
Well, I think, yeah, so you're probably getting the ones that are asleep right now.
Yep.
So that is 10 fire damage. On a dex save, they don't have the dex save because they're asleep and they're tangled. So they just straight up take the 10 damage. They wake up and they are not happy.
Cool.
And because the webs just kind of disappear at this point.
They also have 2 D4
so
fire
can I have
damage.
Yeah, Janice, can you give me 2d4 fire damage, please, for everyone else in the webs? So that's 5.
One net and another net cancel each other out.
I need to do mental math right now. I can't do it. Don't do maths on stream.
Danger.
And basically all the webs are gone.
Right.
The two gods that you originally like put to sleep actually burn up to a crisp and die. It's the secondary kind of fire that kind of takes them, so they kind of like wake up and then like die immediately. Like wake up like and then burn to a crisp. I'm also going to get rid of like that, so I know that that's gone. The guard that Buzz put to sleep on his second run, he wakes up and he like the webs are burned away at him and he takes that damage. And the other occultist, the other guy that's kind of in the weird armor, he also takes that damage, but the webs have now gone, so he is no longer immobile. They're both looking fairly hurt, but not massively.
It's fine. Spikes are still there.
Yep, that's right. Sure. So it is now the cultist's turn. He has... So the spikes are difficult terrain, right? So how does that work again?
If he tries to move, he gets damaged.
For every 5 feet they move, they take 2d4, I think it is. Sorry, I'll repost it.
So roll me 4d4, please. That's drag, because you did the thing. So as he's moving out, like, he literally stumbles over, and one of the spikes, like, penetrates his head and, like, spears it, slices straight through, and he is dead. Like, he doesn't make it out. He's, like, he's trying to get out in terror and fear. But, like, yeah, no, he's gone. He's gone as well. Flint's turn. He's gonna cast a Vicious Mockery on the bandit that is... Actually, is he gonna cast Vicious Mockery, or is he gonna do something a little bit more aggressive? Because, you know, why not?
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Get the one that's trying to leg it.
Yep.
Yeah, so he cast Charm Person on the guy that's running away and says, "You really... Oh, wait, no. Hey, you don't want to run away from us." So he casts Charm Person. So that has advantage, I believe. So that means the bandit needs to make... Wait, what? Why is that? Why did that? A humanoid you see within range. Duration 1 hour. You attempt to charm a person you see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw. Why did that not? Try that. No, it's not doing it. What is the spell save? I don't know. How does Charm Person work? I've never used it before. I want to use it and I want to know. Charm creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it's been charmed by you. If it fails its saving throw, it is charmed with you. So I've got to make a save?
Yeah, so it'll be
Wisdom saving
whatever
throw?
Flint's spell attack damage, spell attack thing is, isn't it? So whatever Flint's wisdom is, presumably?
Right, yeah. So spell save is 14. So I do have advantage on this roll, though. So 18, so he doesn't get charmed. He is still not charmed. He is then... What does he have in the... Then as...
He is still aware that somebody tried to cast a spell.
Yeah, he knows that he's trying to be charmed. Then he's going to give another bardic inspiration to Cliff, and he's going to say... Dwarf, chase him down and kill him. And that's your bardic
That was my
inspiration.
plan already. That's cool. That was my plan already. I was thinking in my mind, like, wait a moment.
Yeah, but so basically
yeah.
you've got your plus. You've got another bardic inspiration there, Cliff, because he has that as a bonus. So that's the end of his turn. Leo Chorus, you are quite away from the action. Way away. Like, pretty much.
Just the one guy running away left alive that I can tell?
He is going in completely the opposite direction, and there's the tent in the way. So, yeah.
But I don't. He's the only one I see alive. Everybody that was in the web.
There's two that are still alive. There's one that's kind of caught in the thorns that still needs to move out of the thorns. But he's alive. He's near Plum and Drake.
I would like to... Okay, so that's it. Just the one guy in the thorns and the one guy running away.
Yeah, those are the only two that are left. The only one you can see is the guy in the thorns. You've already put him to sleep once as well.
Right, and he's trying to get out of the thorns and attack the group?
He's probably going to run in the opposite direction, honestly. You're probably going to be aware of this. Like,
I'm just going to start moving towards the position that puts the party in between me and the enemies. But like approaching the camp.
Yeah, so you're just getting closer, okay. So you're going to use all of your movement, or are you using
I'll go ahead and
dash?
dash.
Your dash? Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're a little bit closer, but you're still quite...
running towards the tent kind of area, I guess.
Yeah, so you're now currently side by side with the tent. It's about 20 feet away from you to your left. Directly in front of you, about 20 feet away, is Plum and Drake. They're kind of like encircling around the thorny area. You've got Cliff about 30 feet away from you at the front of the tent, who's standing over a corpse. And you can probably now make out the guy that's running away in the complete opposite direction. He's about 70 feet away. He's quite far. You can't see Flint anymore. He's on the other side of the tent. Just so you're aware to keep your kind of surroundings around.
Thank you.
That's okay. Cliff. Your turn.
Yep. I pull out a dash and run at...
As your action, sure.
Yep. And run at the bastard that's trying to get away.
Okay.
And as I'm dashing, of course, I can do my charger again, which means that I can attack as well as a bonus attack with a melee weapon.
Give me your bonus attack.
If it hits, +5 damage, yeah.
Yeah, so are you using your Bardic Inspiration again?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration.
So do your attack plus your 1d6.
Yeah. So I do this, and then...
Whoa.
You've still got to use that Bardic Inspiration, but that is a nat 20, so go for it. Roll damage.
Right.
That's 30.
So
10? That's not right. Roll me... Wait, no, because... Yeah, it should be 10 plus 10. It should be... No, it's 10 plus 1d10. So roll me a d10.
Wait. Around with the r/r.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 13 damage. How do you want to do it?
I basically bashed this one in the head from the left instead of from the right.
Sure.
Like, this is my other spell! Ah!
And he, like, collapses to the floor, completely dead. Right. It is now the guard's turn that's caught in the thorny area. He's probably got he's only got 5 feet of movement that he's going to use. He's going to try and escape. So that is, can I have the 2d4, Drake? So he takes 3 damage from that. He looks pretty beat up. He does have 20 feet of movement, and he is going to start booking it in the other direction, like away. He is also going to, like, as he gets there, throw his spear towards Plum, like, just in a random direction. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to use the die to decide who he's throwing this at. What is the range on spears? Okay, so Leocorus is also within range. Sure.
So the whole party. 3, 9, 5.
So he's throwing the spear at Leocorus. What? Annoying, but okay. Out of all the people.
Yeah.
I need to find his character sheet because I've got so many up right now. So yeah, he's throwing it. Oh, wait, no, it's with disadvantage. This is with disadvantage.
Because he's running?
Yep, it just sails straight over the child or lands right at the feet of the child. He now has a spear. He is unarmed, and he is about to run in the complete opposite direction. That bandit is dead. Plum, your turn.
He tried a 180 spear scope, but it didn't work out.
Plum, if I need to attack, do my quarterstaff, please. I don't know if she can... No, she can't reach. So I think Plum is just gonna circle around the thorns. She's not gonna go in the thorns, because she's not, dumb. And she'll end up here, chasing down the guy there. And then that means Drake, your turn.
I'll do the same. I'll circle round, but from the other side.
Sure.
And then I'll throw a frostbite out towards. So DC 13.
Constitution saving throw. That's the Constitution 16. He is nimble enough to kind of dodge the frostbite. He doesn't take. Is it half damage?
On
Must
a failed
take-
save, target takes 1d6 cold damage.
No.
Failed save. Yeah, just a failed save.
Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, so he doesn't take any damage from that. Flint.
Okay.
He can see the guy running, and he's just going to say, yes, run, you fool. Run the fool. Run the human fool. And he's yelling and mocking with his vicious mockery. 3 psychic damage. Watch the fool run away, and he's blowing his what's it as he's doing this? He's making a little interesting little tune, his jug. Watch the fool run away, and he's gonna make a wisdom saving throw, and
Yes.
he falls down and just again. Bleeding out of the ears, bleeding out of the eyes, bleeding out of the nose. You've seen it happen a lot of times, and he collapses and dies.
No,
You've
this
cleared out the
too
camp.
much for my brain. Ugh.
And yeah, that's the end of initiative. You guys wipe those out so easily. That was ridiculous. That was actually properly ridiculous. Do you remember when in L these guys walked all over you?
Yeah.
Literally nearly killed you. Actually did kill you? There you go. You've got your little bit of revenge there.
Yeah.
Literally killed you, you've just killed them. In fact, actually, some of these people, you would recognize their faces. They are the people that attacked you in L and killed you. And
Does
you've
that make us
now...
more alive, or just more murderers? Or does that make us more alive, technically, because we killed our killers?
No,
Are we
you're just more murderers
murderers
now.
Okay.
What happens with the thorns? They're a concentration spell, aren't they?
Yeah, they last about 10 minutes, I think it is.
I think they probably disappeared when
Or
you
I can
cast something
drop them
else.
at will.
I think it was when you used Burning Hands. I think they disappeared, actually.
No,
Oh, well.
Burning Hands is not concentration, so I can do both at the same
Oh,
time.
you can do both. Okay.
So as long as I don't cast anything else that's got concentration,
Concentration.
or if I take
right. Or if you take
if I
damage.
take damage, then I need to do a save for the concentration.
Got you. That's fine. Anyway, well, I guess you can dispel them anyway. So we will say that they have been dispelled. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Loot.
Celebrate and be like, see, I am magic! Ah!
Sure.
And I I walk over to Flint to also give him a high five. Like, thanks for the what's it call it?
Roll me a dexterity, please.
Okay.
Yeah, he completely ignores you. He leaves you hanging like this, and he just like walks off.
Are we going to spend an hour here having a short rest or not?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay, if we do that, I'm going to do natural recovery then to reclaim some of those spell slots.
I will do a hit dice roll. 8. Oh, awesome. And I would have full health. Yeah, because I only needed 5. That's awesome.
How many bardic inspirations can you get back on a short rest? I can't remember.
Sorry, I don't do bards.
No, I've done it before. I think you can on a short rest. I can't remember though. It might be. It's definitely you get all of them back on a long rest, but if you have a short rest, I think you get like 1.
Question for Cal. Cal's plays bards.
That's a good question because I feel like Flint would be able to get that back. Oh bollocks! I've lost Flint's freaking character sheet. It's not loading. That's annoying.
Leo's gonna like poke his head in the tent. No, you're in.
Short rest. Hold on. I can just hit the short rest button and see what it does. It doesn't do anything. Okay. So I don't think you get any bardic inspirations back then. Bardic inspiration die changes where certain levels. You use this feature a number of times. Charisma modified one minimum once. You gain any additional after you finish a long rest. Okay, so it's just a long rest. You don't get any back after a short rest. Just wanted to be sure. That's fine. Okay, so basically, yes. How are you setting up camp?
We're going to the tent, I guess. Yeah.
Leo's in the tent already.
Yeah.
Leo's
I walk
already
into
in the
tent to
tent.
see if there's anything to loot. I
Okay,
guess.
first off, I would like, so Janice, you've got like 2 bodies next to you, so I want you to roll me investigation check for their bodies to loot.
I did 5.
A 5, yeah. They've, this guy here, he doesn't really have anything. I'll tell you what, you might notice a tattoo on his arm. You recognize it, but you can't think what it is, but, you know, it doesn't give you anything to kind of think about. You just, like, kind of spot it. But they don't have anything on their persons. Drake, are you looting these 2? 3?
I can do, yeah, if there's... yeah, sure, why not?
I just presume you guys are all looting everyone these days, so roll me an investigation.
Not a lot.
Basically, nobody finds anything.
I'm gonna go
We-
roll my investigation.
Yep,
Are detectives.
Wow.
nothing. None of them
Detectives.
have anything on them at all, really.
Yay.
Investigate the
Investigate
tent.
the tent.
That's good.
Dang, we are so awesome.
I found a tent. Guys, there's a tent.
There's a
Hey,
tent!
guys, there's a tent!
So inside the tent, there's probably like some rations, this, that, and the other. There's probably a little bit of food. There's nothing of value.
Is there a bedroll
Yes.
or a backpack?
Yeah, there probably would be some form of bedroll. It's quite big for you, but yeah, you could take it with you.
I
And
can
we
carry
need the
it for you.
rations because those stupid fucking badgers.
Take the food.
Sure, so you take all their rations. I'm not going to give you a obligatory number. There's just rations there.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the bodies? Are you just kind of like leaving them by the side of the road?
We put them in a tent.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Sure.
They're all taking naps in there. Fine.
Yeah. Very
Um,
deep now.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of like place the bodies in the tents themselves. And what do you want to do? Anything else, or are you taking that short rest here? Or are you going to move
we're going to
somewhere else?
go back to like this little nice. Oh, that's not the right one. I say we take rest here.
Yeah, that's
Be aware.
That's probably for the best. Sure.
Because we are in like the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, this is the Grail Trail. You're gonna find traffic
Yeah.
going up this way at some point today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the badger.
It runs away.
Yeah.
It's a badger. It's scared, skittish.
It smells the badger blood still
Smells
on you.
Yeah, probably.
Smell it, yeah. Thank you.
And before we end the session, Buzz, is there anything you want to add?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what context. Like,
Okay, so we're coming to the end of the session. You've just pretty much witnessed the party pull all of the corpses into the tent that where you were. You went into the tent. They pulled all the corpses into the tent with you, and then they've all kind of left. And I presume you've gone with them, but
I will do one thing.
Sure. That's a 12.
Yeah. So I mean, he's okay. So.
Okay, cool. So I presume you leave the tent and you're following the rest of the party to the campsite. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where we're going to leave the session today. Unfortunately, this is probably the last one for you, Buzz, I think. So,
that's fine.
Yeah. Leo Chorus sits down in the camp and sits with his new friends, but has made a decision, I guess, which will come to light in the next session. And that's where we're going to leave it.
Okay.
Was that fun?
Excellent.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That was good.
That was good.
I enjoy the leveling up.
Yeah. I mean,
Always fun
that's
to
good for
feel
you
peace.
guys to kind of level up. So
I was really hoping that spear was going to hit him.
what? What, Leo? Well, he had disadvantage because reasons and stuff. But yeah, well, no, you're out of range. But yeah, I rolled the die, and it's like, of course, it is Leo that he targets. But yeah, no, he rolled pretty badly. They didn't do any form of damage to you at all, did they? Oh no, I think they hit Cliff a little bit, but that's it.
Like,
Yeah.
he did a little slice, and it was barely
I know.
anything.
And
Yeah.
The badgers were more of a threat.
the badgers were more of a threat.
They were fucking badgers.
The badgers did 3 damage on me.
Okay, so before we do leave it, it's probably about 4 p.m. now, I believe. Maybe, yeah, so you're taking a short rest. That's going to take like an hour. But then you've got like 2, maybe 3 hours worth of daylight for the next session.
Okay.
Just as a mental note, because I will probably forget that. I'm saying that more for my benefit, so that when we watch this back next week on the YouTube channel, I'll be like, oh, they've only got this amount of time left. Better write that down. But no, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much, Buzz, for stopping around and being a guest appearance for the last 2 sessions.
Thanks for having me.
Thoroughly enjoyed having you, sir.
Great acting.
Mm-hmm.
Great roleplay.
You played that character so well. I gave you the vaguest of like character developments, and I've pretty much like handcuffed you with him because he's got so many disadvantages. Like, just generally playing a child in combat is always going to be bad, right? But you did that quite well.
Well, I hope that I may have brought him some personality.
I think you did, yeah.
Agreed. I liked it.
But who knows where that goes? I'd love to hear what happens to Leo later.
Well, you didn't get him killed. He nearly died.
Nearly died. The party just had to go and save him, you know.
I like the little scamp, okay?
Yeah.
I like his little weird tendencies, all right?
Weird
I'm
tendencies,
interested
absolutely.
in him.
Yeah, no, me too as well. I really think that was like meant to be the smallest throwaway character, and like he's grown into something ridiculous. Do I want to tell you now, or do I want to tell you at the end of next session? I think I'll save it for the end of next session.
Hopefully, you know, Kath will all be together, so we don't have to repeat anything.
Yeah. That's a good
that'd be
idea.
nice.
So, before we do finish, Buzz, do you have any final words of wisdom?
Don't throw cats.
Don't throw cat. That's unless they're annoying.
No,
No.
not even then.
Where's Kath when I need him? Because I think he would be like, no, throw the
He
cats.
would absolutely
throw the
be
fucking
like-
cats. Don't give a shit. Throw them out the window. We don't need them. Keep the dogs, throw the cats. Discount. Any final words of wisdom?
Badgers are best roasted.
Badgers are best roasted. Yes, they are. Badger meat, fit to go. Animal, any final words of wisdom?
Quarterstaffs are useless. Warhammers, that's where it's at.
Well, I don't know. I think Genesis quarterstaff has kind of came into its own now, finally.
Yeah, but I murdered 2 people today
You
with it.
did. How many things did you murder, Janice, with your quarterstaff?
I murdered a whole bunch of badgers.
The badgers.
And, you know, I
Little
also...
XP.
I killed the big one! I killed one of the
also
big one
think
by
I killed the big
myself
one. Yeah,
by
I killed
myself.
a big one and a small one in one go.
Oh, yeah, you did. You decapitated. After it had already been damaged like crazy, though. So
Yeah,
it was only
that's
on
true.
like 2 HP when you had to go. That's why I let you do what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was like, solid.
After being
why not?
inspired by my move. Yep,
Absolutely.
Yep.
Which failed, but still.
Yeah.
And Janice, any final words of wisdom?
I need... Making sure you have a good cantrip is really important. Like the one that I just found with my quarterstaff. Because my strength is a -1.
Having
not help
having
much.
that would have been so much more useful because you do use your quarterstaff a lot. But yeah,
It's like pretty much like my only weapon except for my dagger, which, as we have discovered, I'm not very good at keeping on my person. So,
Ooh.
you know.
Need to have more ablative daggers, basically.
And that one time when you that thorn whip would have been useful. It's the one time you didn't have it.
The only time you didn't have it, pretty much. Also, I don't think you've used your fire knife yet, have you? Actually, no.
I have not. I'm saving it.
In character, you have, because you used it to slice open the goblin's throat, but you haven't actually used it as an attack.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. And my final words of wisdom is, now they've leveled up, I can level up the monsters. Bye!